Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode with us, Ginton Dice. So please, why don't you go ahead and grab a chair, get a drink, and sit back and relax as you watch us, a bunch of nerdy nerds who sit at a virtual table to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I
And
can't
your
say
mom.
right. I got food
Ooh,
in my mouth.
that one hurts. So,
Leave. Yeah.
while we are into this, thank you for joining us, everybody. As always, we're going to hop right into it because there's nowhere else for us to hop to. So, where we last left off, you guys, after your confrontation with the temple, the voice, and her companion, choosing a semi non-violence approach, uh, you guys went back to the city of Zilicy, spoken with the dragon a couple of times, got a new silver arm for one of your compatriots, Mr. Aeth. Got a few little extra trinkets, and you guys flew back to Crisport. There, you guys rested for the night, didn't spend too long, made a quick picked stop to inform a certain individual that belongs with Elise. Just additional information that came up, which did leave him puzzling and questioning. You guys were then starting to head out. You got your wagon when you met a very unique individual. Let me get his name. Luro, however you say. As he seemed extremely nervous when Elise approached him and was very shy and nervous, not wanting to speak much about anything, but also not trying to hide too much. But with a nice shape change into a feline, he had no problem talking. And while innocent he may seem, he did reveal that he is currently watching one of your compatriots, Clarence. Uh,
I'm dead.
but everything was said and done. Everything was ready to go while Clarence had a quick reunion and a heartbreak. You guys
Oh.
got back in your wagon and headed out. And just as a very quick reminder, Clarence, you failed your perception check as you guys were leaving the city. So, you guys are leaving Crisport, and what's kind of interesting, and you guys have seen this now just a few times from even when you left Crisport the first time going to Zilicy, as you guys were leaving the gate, you can feel like though the walls were almost bending themselves, if you will, allowing as much like sun rays as possible on the land. But as you start to get just a little bit further away, any of you who happens to look back, almost looks like the wall has gotten bigger and more imposing. Um,
Magic.
but you guys continue your journey, uh, going down, which you know that traveling a decent pace will get you at least by nightfall to Ironmare. Anybody doing anything on the way there?
I will, remembering former conversations, attempt to cast remove curse on Clarence.
Oh, yeah, because she is on me.
So
And
yeah,
Okay, make
I remember.
a wisdom saving throw, Clarence.
Can I auto fail? Is that
No, you
No.
need to
Might be
succeed.
for your belly
Okay.
belly demon as well. Who
Is-
knows?
Oops. There we go.
Don't suck. Okay,
Nope.
you suck.
I don't think you
Hey,
remember
hey,
what's
that's
her
a
name
plus.
still.
That's above 11.
You
Does it
while
remove any curses on him though?
no, nothing is removed.
God
He
damn it,
is
Joseph, Joseph removed my roll, so I don't know if I had a plus or minus.
I'll hold up that little statue of Zal in front of him and see if he remembers.
I
what
don't think,
I don't
with
think
an
you
18 have given it any chance.
I don't think you've used it at all last
But I
session,
need to roll
and
for it. It's a negative anyway. So
okay.
don't worry about it.
So yeah,
Still make
Clarence,
him more negative.
you don't
I
tend
mean,
to
I can make
know.
it more negative.
You don't tend to know anything. Nothing has changed with you. While
You see
both
this and
Elise and Garbu both seem to be on the same page, you still just cannot get this individual that the group is trying to get a solid understanding in your mind.
Did you cast it yet?
yeah, I just
No, like
Yes,
you
did.
have to like do the magic thing when you do magic. You have to like
did the magic.
no, but like I get you tried, but did it work?
It doesn't have any material component if that's what you're thinking. It's just
Well, no,
it's just
no,
me
no. We're
touching
past
you
that. No,
and
no.
saying the
Did you like do the
spell.
abracadabra with your wand thing good?
I don't have a wand.
And how do you cast spells?
I think I use my hammer as my spell focus.
Oh, I probably knew that. So it didn't work?
No.
Because that's I don't is that a man?
No, it's a lady.
Okay. No, I got nothing, bud.
And she got eaten. You're the one who said she got eaten. I can't wait for you to remember this.
Yeah, it's gonna
You
take a
can
while. I've
remember
got a
you
plus
said
one,
it.
okay?
Yeah.
Not like a lease
I'm
or
trying
you.
8th tomorrow rather than you.
That's a wait, what's ace modifier?
More
Also
than
good.
one.
Name is yours.
Hopefully.
Don't warlocks have wisdom and charisma or something like that
Oh yeah, that's true. I do have a
as their
higher.
saves?
Yeah, you still need to have stats in it though. Which
I was gonna
doesn't.
say
Well,
I
not.
played a warlock twice. I thought it was a little better. That's out of character knowledge though. Garbu wouldn't know.
So,
Do you recognize the statue? I still can't see it.
what is everybody's seating position?
We talked about this 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. I believe I'm in the middle doing something while
I think
Elise.
you were messing with the clock.
Yep.
Elise was sitting on the back watching behind us, and me and Eighth are in the front. So I would have done that remove curse.
Yes.
Like I would have just turned down and been like, "Hey, did that help?" And you'd be like, "Nope,
I
not
was
at all."
probably messing with the clock, like, yeah, no, that's nothing.
All right.
Okay. Um, Elise,
Yes.
what are you doing specifically?
We suck.
Eating tacos.
Sure, Elise is eating this weird street food that is like bread with seasoned meats in it, and she's just like staring out outside of the cart, like eating,
Oh.
hanging outside the cart, and like crumbs are falling off the cart so it doesn't stay in the cart,
Oh,
and
sounds
looking around.
really
There
good.
you go.
Vague, but very vague. But that still sounds really good.
But like, what kind of taco is it? Is it like, let's see, what makes sense? Like a
Beef?
birria, I guess. There you go.
Okay.
Like just meat with a bunch of sauce on it. Just like hanging over the silo.
As you're, hanging over the side, and this is kind of going on a little bit of your travels, but for the most part, a little bit, a ways from the city, because again, the path, a couple of rocks and trees, but not heavy forest or heavy, solid stone foundations or anything. But as you guys are just traveling along, you spot a very looking familiar fable who kind of like as you guys pass, and as you guys are just getting further and further, he just barely tips his head up just to look, and then just
Like
goes
she
back
raised one
down.
of the tacos, and like sort of like Lifts it up as he does that.
So, but traveling goes great for you guys, and you do. I need to get this. Make it where it is nightfall. You do make it to it's not what I want. I want you there. Thank you. You do make it to Iron Man. And as you guys are getting closer and into the settlement, you can see looks like a decent caravan, like a really big size, is just outside the town. And there's like little campfires made. You can see some people who just kind of like stare at you guys as you go. Some just seem to just be talking, chatting up. One of the most not familiar, but one of the most noticeable things is on the side of each of these caravan wagons is a symbol. And it shows a spider with a crown slightly tilted off of its head.
Any
Some
of
people
us
really
have
like
any
their
chance of
omen.
recognizing that?
I mean, it's really
I w-
omen. Like I
I've
feel like this is
never
one of
left
those.
Vermont in my life. I don't know.
I guess they're one of the few people being me. But then again, I mean, my history check is absolutely dog shit. I can try it.
I mean, would I know anything about it at all, or is that not on the
I
table?
mean, you guys can make history checks if you want.
Let's see how much Elise cares, or if she just wants to make a funny comment. Oh,
That's pretty good.
shit.
7.
Shit, 15. That's not too bad.
I don't see it, so.
Ah, fuck
28.
off.
I'm not
Never
today at all. I did not
for
come
Elise
prepared.
and Garbu. This never this doesn't seem familiar or anything. Clarence, this also doesn't seem familiar.
Oh, really?
Whoa!
Wow, dude.
Ooh.
Has anybody got guidance? on
There's
this?
just
I mean, it's too late for guidance.
I
Yeah.
know. I should have
the
I'll roll a d4 for you,
for-
just for the fucks of it. There you go, you would have 30.
for Clarence. I'll say this: you've never heard of or seen something that looks like this. Could be possibly that they're brand new, maybe, or just they're that well like seclusive that maybe you've never seen it before. But do you guys continue inward?
Yep.
I just look at I just keep an eye on like everyone. Like, are they like masked? Are they like just out in the open? All the people that are on this caravan.
There's tons of different type, like first off of like races. There's none. You see some that look like they're wearing some decent armor, some that are not, some wearing some basic stuff. You would probably get like a little maybe mercenary like feel to it. But again, it's hard to say. They're not really trying to match colors or anything, but they're not hiding themselves either. Like they're just, it seems maybe that they're caravan, because this I don't know about I don't know about for you, Leroy, but for us Americans, imagine like when you stop at a train passing or train crossing and it's just a long ass train that's going by. That's what this caravan kind of looks like. So there's just a decent amount of wagons. At least
Okay,
over
so-
10, maybe under 20.
I'm just gonna sit there and I say like, hey, when we get up to the front, I want to see if there's anyone interesting to talk to. Or maybe we should talk to one of the people in the back who's more tempted to like say something.
Do you want one of us to talk to them?
I mean, I could also talk to them. It's just I'm not really trying to figure anything out. Just I'm just curious. I mean, it's a funny looking symbol. Like it's like
Yeah.
like Elijah. It's like so what it looks like, right? Since you can't see shit, it's like a little like they have like a spider head with like a crown that's like hanging off of the head in a way.
Put on your glasses. DM, what do his glasses say to him, DM?
It just
Oh,
wagon, wagon, wagon.
person.
I take them off.
Dragon boy.
I take the glasses off. Yeah, it's not really helping me with that. Am I familiar with anything with the spider and the crown?
You can make a history check.
Okay.
With blind advantage.
Blind advantage. I love it. Let's go for it.
It's probably still gonna be trash. Doesn't matter if you have advantage or not.
I had a 12, so yeah, I don't think it really does.
Does he get blind advantage?
Blind advantage?
You know what? Sure. Show me what some blind advantage looks like.
Okay.
Lower.
Probably worse.
lower.
Yeah,
Wow.
probably worse. Like part of me wants to break his roll even more by like minusing it, but it's already dead.
Mhm. I don't think I.
Whatever. You know
Doesn't-
what? I'll go. I'll go
Yeah.
talk to someone in the back and see what they say, and then we can talk to someone in the front and see what they say. I just
Okay.
hang out, like Elise just hangs off the cart and just looks at someone
Guidance.
and
As she hops
who,
off
like,
beside her.
no, like I hang out the cart first. I don't actually pop off. I
Oh.
just look at someone who look and see if they make eye contact with me.
Like, are you guys stopping, slowing?
No,
Try
first
slowing.
we're looking. First we're looking for. Yeah, okay, you can slow, I suppose. Otherwise, they don't have the chance. And I'm just
Okay.
looking for someone who makes eye contact.
You see what looks like a dragonborn and
Oh,
a
motherfuckers.
kind of like a dark elf, as they look like they're just kind of talking to each other, and you kind of slow down and they both just like stare at you.
I just look. I just hang out the cart and I wave.
They don't wave.
Oh wow, they're those kind of.
At least just looks at them. I looks at the rest. Should we go talk to these people? They seem like real bummers.
How's that clock look? I just whisper over to Clarence. While we're in the middle of this
Can
crowd.
you say that again, please?
How does that clock?
Okay, thank you.
Your
That
death
was what I wanted you to specify, not what it sounded like. To at
Yeah.
least 3 of us now that I'm hearing the laugh.
Yeah, like all of a sudden, like.
I grade it.
What?
Garbu, I just Garbu. It's pronounced clock. Clock.
Clock.
At least looks over like
Wow.
with like what?
He's a kid. Leave him alone. It's fine. Now, does
That
anything
makes it
change?
worse.
Is he a kid though?
That makes it worse.
Well,
To
I'm
me.
a legal adult. At the age of
Okay,
this many.
Yeah.
okay,
I
so
still can't
technically
see
it's
it.
not.
You have
I-
reached sexual maturity, but you're not an adult.
You're
Okay.
holding your hands up, and I still can't see it.
I draw or I tap on the cart 9 times. That many.
You know the cart is tapping too when you do that too while we're traveling.
It's 9. I'm 9.
Okay, there you go.
Good job, bud. Has
Yeah.
anything changed on the death clock and the time that we
Like,
traveled?
has it now really accelerated with all the people around us?
It looks like it's one tick. I'm just kidding.
Your
No,
death comes
it's
Just
It's-
constantly look at that. and
it's
we'll
look
never
like
die,
it's
right?
still in the same, a slightly earlier position, just a little bit past the 5 o'clock area, just like around 4, if you will. But it's not really budging. It's still ticking, slowly.
Okay.
So nothing appears to have changed.
Nah, I'm not dead yet.
That's
It's
good.
the same. Yeah.
That's good.
Well, I'm gonna go like shout at one of these like guys. I'm like, or both of them, I suppose. It's like, hey, you guys like new or something? Because I've never seen the little spider thing. It looks funny.
Are you saying it to the two that you saw previously, or
yeah,
did
yeah,
you
I'm
move?
just shouting off the cart. I'm not gonna actually shout in my mind.
As you guys are just kind of again going slow, and after like this weird awkwardness between you and them, you asked, and they're just staring at you, and one just shakes his head and is like, "Come on, let's go eat. Enough bothering." The dragonborn just stares and just follows the dark elf, almost like like unwillingly, but he does it anyway.
I use my earrings on the dragonborn, and I say to him in his head, Oh, your friend is a real fucking loser. Anyway, have fun eating.
Oh, tell me about it. And the food sucks too.
Oh, at least looks over. Well, apparently the food sucks and that guy's a real loser. That dark elf. But then again, he's a dark elf. What do you expect, right?
Tell him we'll buy him a good meal if he wants to come meet us at the inn.
Are you bribing him? I mean, he just seems like some random lackey.
I mean, this isn't like NCAA recruiting rules. You can buy somebody dinner, and it's not like illegal.
Do we
but,
know if they're allowed in the city?
I mean, they're
I say over my shoulder. But they're like camped outside the city. Maybe like they weren't allowed in or something. I don't know.
Yeah, man, I don't think he's gonna like. I think if we bribe him, then his friend is gonna be like, why are you leaving? And he's like, well, I'm gonna go hang out with the cool people. And he's like, but I'm the cool people. And he's like, no, they're not the cool. You're not the cool people. They are the cool people. And then he gets into trouble. But just keep in mind that there was one dragon boy who liked us so far.
that's true.
Anyway, let's continue along to see if there's anyone more interesting up front. And if you see anyone interesting on the side, you might want to chat them up as well.
Sure, we can do that.
All right.
Anybody pop it up on my my field of vision?
I mean, yeah, there's just you hear a lot of chatter more on the right side of the wagon. You can tell that there's clearly just a large amount of people, different little campsites, that were made.
Okay. If I see or if I get the feel of someone that's a bit away from the group, or away from the little group thing, I'll wave at them.
Sure, you'll get like a dwarf who, when you say something, he's kind of spits a little bit and he's like, "Hey, what do you want?"
Oh, I was just wondering, you guys a performance troupe, or are you with the new symbol or something, or what?
Yeah, we are a new performance group. I do the tightrope.
Like,
He's not being honest.
at least makes like sword motions in this kind of performance group.
Yeah, that's what a lot of us do.
It's like, what do you like? Do you like the
performance, or he might try to join you?
Yeah, we also have a performer.
That's
Okay.
not how it works. It has to be a strong masculine character.
Are you saying he's not strong or masculine?
Not really.
And
he's
you
kinda
got-
short.
Gotta have
Clarence,
coconut
I want
oil,
you to
too.
make a perception check
Wait, why me?
because
Yes, it's me.
Yeah.
So
Are you
afraid.
horny?
I'm gonna get a 5, dude.
Yeah, it's just horny check.
7.
Horny.
7.
okay.
Dude.
Horny check.
Clarence doesn't seem to notice this as he kind of like took a peek out and then kind of like ducked back into the wagon. Garvu, since you're up front trying to help, steer the wagon as well, you do see like within the campgrounds, like walking in between tents is just this huge, you almost like roided out minotaur as he just walks by.
I'll just to like Elise, and I'll try to get Elise to look over there.
I look
Not
over.
very-
Like
it's not
as
very
she
subtle.
kind of picks, like she gets the like tail end of like just a very quick glimpse of him as he walks behind like another tent and stuff.
Elise looks at Garvu, then looks at Clarence, looks at Garvu. What?
Big. They have a big one.
Yeah, they do.
He has like a cow head.
Oh, did he? I already saw the tail end of it.
He had a tail as well, a cow tail.
So yeah, apparently there's like we completely ignore the fucking door. There's a big guy in there, Clarence. If you want to have a look.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm busy. I got the clock. I'm not listening at all. I'm just like, yeah, I don't. What are you guys? Yeah, whatever. Big stuff, not the thing. I need to get a little bit, and then I start playing with the thing again.
Okay.
I just hang over the side and I look at the dwarf again. I was like, well, thank you for your performance arts, I suppose. Have fun.
Yeah, gonna have loads of as you guys are going by. He's just gonna go put on my unitard and get ready for the show. And she just
Can
Can
I
I make like a vibe check of this
Like,
entire
like
Can I get an
Elise
inside check?
Elise
I want to inside that.
It's called a leotard.
I want to
he
inside
just
that.
he just like flips the bird and just keeps walking.
guide
You
myself.
gonna put one on?
Elise's giggles.
Oh well, you gotta rub it in. Garbage.
I guided myself
Oh.
too, so
Oh god.
What are you
okay.
trying to do? Insight?
I
yeah.
just want to know if he's gonna put one on.
No.
I'm just judging the whole
Oh.
camp to see if these people are like aggressive or if they are just camped out here on their way somewhere. Like, is this something to be
They
concerned about?
the general vibe is it almost looks like a group that you really don't want to like,
Mess with?
pretty much, yeah, like just strut in and act like you know people or you're wanting to do something. It almost seems like they could be easily agitated, but they're not giving off this aggressive vibe. Like it looks like they're really just camping for the night.
They're just mercenaries.
Like
on
how
their
people
way to
imagine
their next
bikers are.
job or something. Bikers is probably a good analogy. They ain't gonna hurt you unless you mess up their bike or something.
Pretty much.
Yeah, don't go deface one of the symbols on their cart or knock their carts over in a line.
All right, so you guys.
That movie Trump is really old when it comes to the biker thing.
So you guys enter into the city or the town for that sake.
Is there any like special all the way up front? Is there any like special like important looking people up front
No,
of the caravan? Okay,
keeping with your like passive no.
so I guess the main people are probably the ones in the middle or somewhere. After they got not. Hey, you know what? Since we know people here, we can ask like what the fuck that's all about.
Yeah, we do. We could.
I mean, it seems like
Maybe
like a
it's
new
for,
group
like,
of.
Hired them for the mine or something.
I mean, would you need like a fucking entire mercenary group to go into a mine?
You don't remember that thing that almost killed all of us?
No, I don't remember anything of that.
The concussion still got her. Remember?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it was a concussion. I think it was more like I wasn't there physically.
You were kind of
mentally,
autopiloting
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I felt like someone else was in control.
Maybe we can go back down there tomorrow.
We could.
I wonder who.
Maybe we should be more prepared this time.
Maybe actually someone who knows how to use me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, anyway, I'm just jokes aside. I think the whole mind thing is like I think we should go look at family and stuff. And I mean, we are literally on the clock, so I don't know if going into mine would help.
On the clock for what?
She points at that clock.
Oh.
To be fair, if we're in a mine, they can really the assassins can only like come up on us one way.
Yeah, and we also have no way out.
Yeah. But
Okay,
if we
then.
get behind them, then they have no way out.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
Sounding logic there. So, what are you guys doing?
What time is it?
It's late. Like,
Uh,
by this time, shops are either, well, not shops, but if there were shops, for an example, they're
I think we
either,
said last time there's like a general
Yeah,
supply
they're-
store, not much else.
yeah. And this is to at least kind of help figure out like where the time is. They're either just about to close or already closed. So it's that time to sleep.
Mm. As you just like as we get into town, there's some guard bullshit right there, right?
Yeah, there's a couple of guards that are standing just outside doing, basic guard duty, just standing there watching.
And they probably recognize us anyway. I'm gonna go like as we pull up to them, I'm gonna say like, hey, wait. I'm just gonna talk to one of the guards to at least get a name because they're not gonna tell us a name, but they probably know a name.
Should we have Cole talk to him since he's also kind of a guard?
Who's Cole?
I think they know all
yeah,
of us.
yeah,
We-
yeah. I read the name, not the. Yeah. Should we have Abe talk
Yeah.
to him? I don't know who Cole is.
Sounds like some loser. No. Yeah, sure, I can go talk to him. If you want me to.
Well, they're right there.
Yeah, just
Okay.
be like, hey, what's up?
You guys pull up pretty much like right next to him as one of them walks up. How are you guys doing Oh, I believe you guys came through here recently, right?
Yeah, we were here when the wedding was happening.
We
and
saved the
all
Lord
that.
and Lady.
Right.
Twice.
Well, welcome back. Good seeing you all this late again. Unfortunately, I think the Lord might be asleep at this time.
Oh yeah, no worries. We're just wondering like who these bastards were.
Uh, Beats me. Do you know? He kind of like looks over to the other guy and he walks around. What? Do you know who the group is out there? I kind of just. He looks to you guys and he's like, I just recently came on to tonight. Oh yeah, I think some new merchant thing. We got a few shipments already from them, and they were going to rest outside and continue. Ah, merchants.
Merchants. So they told us they were performance artists.
There's a Minotaur.
Are they performance artists? Fuck if I know.
I mean they mean performance in the swordy way. Mercenaries.
Mercenaries.
That's the word I'm trying to say.
Oh, the mercenaries. Well, yeah, that would make sense. No,
I
no,
mean,
that would
would
make
you be-
fucking sense.
I mean, it's like Elise just points at the fucking crown spider thing. It's like, does that look like a merchant group that looks like, oh, we want to be badass, but also like we're like not crowned yet, so I feel like they sort of have like a story in their emblem because the moment they become the top dogs, they will put the crown on the spider's head.
It's all about branding sometimes when it comes to
It's
merchant
it's
groups.
branding, you know. it's just like-
you
Maybe it's
completely
more
lost.
recognizable.
The guy
Yeah.
that was talking to you guys is completely lost. He's just like, what?
Maybe the crown being slanted makes it more recognizable because your brain goes, why is it slanted? And when your brain asks the question, it makes it more memorable. It's
Mm.
like maybe if somebody had a logo where it was like an apple but a bite was taken out of it, and so your brain's like, why is the bite taken out of it? So you remember the logo better.
I mean, it sounds like a horrible company, but yeah.
At least their logo isn't just a G or a triangle
mean-
that's sideways.
I mean, I know. Anyway,
Now I
look
gotta
at the
think.
guy. Oh, I see we lost you. I mean, it's just branding is important in mercenary land, so people remember you. I mean, as a guard, you don't really have to think about it, but as a mercenary, you want people to remember you.
That makes sense. And the other guy's just like, I'm going on break. He just walks away and he's just like, you guys sure know quite a good bit.
Sometimes, some other times we just
Here and
don't.
there.
We fall flat a little bit, but we try.
Well, I'm sure there's some, taverns that might still be open if you guys want to head in.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might
of
not be
course,
a bad idea.
Have a good night.
You guys do the same. As he kind of walks, like, like he walks a little bit back, and as you guys like start to go, he's like, "Wait, where'd you go?" Oh, he left me. As the other guard
yeah.
legitly went to break.
Mhm.
I love it.
So, you guys head into a tavern, because you guys are recognizable here, and I'm sure you guys mentioned the fact that you're just traveling through, not staying. You don't have to pay anything tonight,
Hey.
but the food is closed, unfortunately. So will be one rations, everybody.
Mm.
But
More
anybody
coffee
doing
for the
anything
break,
tonight?
Yes. So, horse rations. How many? And like,
You guys still have the horse rations?
I
Yeah.
think he's
The actual horses rations,
Yeah.
not the ration made out of
not
horse.
the
Oh,
rations made out of
Yeah.
horse. Sorry. So
I was like,
do we put the horses in a stable where they already have hay, or do we need to take off a ration?
that's
for
what
them?
I'm wondering is how this
Yes.
is working.
I understood the question.
Do what?
I don't think everybody
It was
did.
blind. It was blind to see it.
It's
you blindsided me on that one.
Yeah.
Is there a stable we can leave the horses in, DM?
Yes, and you won't have to worry about them.
Okay,
Alright, so
that's
we
good.
just gotta do the human rations.
Yes.
Or the goblin,
I think there's
kobold
only one
ration.
person that could. Like, I mean, I guess A technically qualifies as a human.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kinda.
I mean, a lot of
Technically.
people.
The humanoid rations.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not my fault they're all shorter than me.
All
I
right.
guess, I guess your
So,
dad. I guess your dad just gave you a lot of kicks under your ass. Oh shit! He just goes, oh, whoops! I should have said that. Sorry.
No worries.
I mean, might also give you a lot of kicks on the ass, but didn't really help.
all right. So, anybody doing anything tonight?
Hmm. I'm gonna walk around town a little bit, I guess.
Okay. Easy enough. Anything particular or just walk?
Just walk, I guess. Think about some of the stuff that's been happening recently with us, and then the whole dragon situation.
Okay. Anybody else?
when we get out of the cart, I'm gonna flip my hood up. That way, if somebody tries to find me, it's gonna be at disadvantage on perception checks. And then I'm gonna follow Garbu close enough that he can see me, but like not like right next
I
to
have
him.
a second tunic if you want to put on a second one.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. I got this. You know. And then I'm gonna just like
I
kind
see.
of follow Garbu if he decides to go do something. If
I'm
not,
just going to my room.
same. We will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you stealthily follow Garbu to you guys' room. Elise, are you doing anything?
No, Elise is gonna take a chill night, think about the fact that the thing that she remembers, and then goes to sleep. She thinks about it, and she goes like, "Oh, that's weird." And
All right. So, Aya, anything particular
Yeah.
on your walk?
Well, I guess I'm thinking about how the dragon could travel in different places and what connection it has to where it seems like the last two times we've seen it, either when we're trying to head to Zilisi or the whole thing that happened at the Golden Summit.
Um,
Trying to
Mm.
figure out if there is a connection.
make an intelligence check.
Oh yeah, I'm good at these. Why do I always got this? Check. Oh, a 12.
Okay. It's really hard to think, especially if if you guys were told that and I'm sure you guys were that other resources are also looking in on this, trying to figure this out as well, and just without a lot of notes or anything, and you're just thinking, you're just trying to figure out if there's anything about it, and nothing seems to be connecting. It seems as though what you do know is this, that the dragons seem to have increased in power because being told that it was one of the most weakest ones to be able to overthrow two of them is pretty insane. and then for anybody to even try to be able to find it, it must have some incredible speed, maybe, unless it's using some high magic to, I don't know, possibly teleport here or there, which would definitely make it, hard to track down. And then your brain kind of starts to hurt as it's just going in like, well, then there's this, and then there's this, and then there's like there's a multitude of things that the dragon could be doing. But the only thing you know for sure is it seems it has gotten, at least within strength power, increased. Who knows if it was just a permanent thing, if it was a temporary thing, if it continues or if it stopped. Who knows? As you're thinking, make a survival check.
Survival. Okay.
Survival.
The assassins are gonna kill you while you're
9.
out for a walk to reduce how many of us they have to deal with.
Exactly.
Okay.
I could make a joke, but I'm not. I'm gonna like leave the joke.
Theron.
9. You seem to be just too caught up in your mindset that it
To
almost
notice the red
it's
mafia. Check, 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 check.
they've been out like trying to go at them constantly. You almost just like wandered into like a whole district that you've like didn't even realize you went to. So
You're lost. Tick.
it's kind of like one of those, like, you come out of space mode for a second, you realize that you just been on cruise control traveling.
Oof. I don't recognize this spot. Well, a blind guy getting lost. That's not too shocking. Heading back.
Okay. Um, do you know where to go?
I'll try to reach. I can't really retrace my steps. I'm gonna keep walking, I guess, until I figure out where the tavern is.
If you
Okay.
walk far enough, you'll just reach the edge of the city, and then you can just walk along the edge until you get back to the gate and start from there.
That
It somehow ends up all the way back where that fortress was.
Ends up at Chrisport. How did I end up here?
so you just continue walking.
I
What-
guess I would also.
What's your passive again? I know it's really
Unimpressive.
unimpressive. Yes.
Like 12, I think, maybe.
11.
Okay.
And
I
then-
thought it was 11. As you're trying to just kind of figure your way back as you continue walking, you hear kind of like just what sounds like, a couple of flaps. Not anything distant, not anything heavy, just what sounds like nighttime birds as they travel in some direction. But other than that,
Would I know where? Well, I wouldn't know, but see if I could find my way over to where that spider crown people are, or close to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it like on the opposite side of town at this point?
sort of ish. Make another survival check.
You got it.
Lost again.
Uh-huh.
Please, net one. Net one me. Net one me. This,
That one.
Are you
Failed
probably
I need the net one here.
Oh my god,
I
he
will,
didn't
I
do
fucking
it. Like,
willed
are
it into
you
existence.
Oh my
my
I
god.
will it into existence.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's like
This is
the
beautiful.
the story requires it.
You're gonna have to. You're just gonna walk around all night and never find your way back to the inn. I think, and
Mhm.
it'll be morning, and we'll just walk out and finally find you or something.
Like
Oh,
lying in the
morning.
guts or something.
Okay.
He made his way
Um,
down into the mine and got killed by that guy.
you
What's it called?
you are definitely lost.
Mm.
You you feel so twisty turny. It's almost like a little bit dizzy for you. And then you kind of
Sure.
like tripped over something as you kind of like face plant into the mud. Um,
I'll get up slowly.
go ahead and also just
Alright.
roll a d20 for me.
Mm-hmm. 4.
Your glasses, your regular glasses, shattered.
Gets worse.
Oh no.
It
He's
gets
gonna
worse.
have to wear the commentating ones.
What voice did I have on the weekend? I fucking can't remember.
It's a very monotone like electronic,
Oh.
or it's hard to describe electronic, but it's very monotone.
I
Oh
was
yeah,
hoping
those were
for,
like
Oh
the
no, I
earrings
think
were
it
the Arnold
was
Schwarzenegger ones.
I think it was like a C3PO feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the earrings were the Arnold voice.
Yeah, the glasses probably tell you the odds constantly.
I was hoping it would be like an old newscaster, like where they were like, "Ah, now this guy right here, he's a doozy," and he's like, "Man,
You got to pay just a little bit extra gold to get off of that.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can pick up some of the broken lenses or the glass from that.
Okay. You, as you're kind of lift yourself a little bit from the mud and realize like the glasses themselves broke and kind of feel around a little bit, able to find, and you can tell as you pick up like the glasses themselves that the glass broke as your fingers kind of went through like one of the holes, and you're just a heavy sigh and try to pick through the mud trying to find it. um as you're going through the mud trying to pick these pieces up, you are just unaware as the thing you tripped over starts to rise a little bit. So oblivious you in your head at this moment. As it kind of then turns to you and you feel like this thing just latch onto you, and with a heavy bite in your shoulder, um hold on. I can do something that does it for me, but I need to go here. Nope. This. Does it for...
Oh,
New character with this.
yeah.
All right. So you only take uh you know what? Cuz it's because
Advantage.
Would
I'm
have
being a
advantage,
dick.
He's prone. He's distracted. He wouldn't be expecting it.
Okay.
It's worse. Unlucky.
take 52 points of damage."
You know
Or
what? I'll
like
do this. You just take 6 points of piercing damage as this bite into you is just so like out of nowhere, so mind numbing. As you just kind of like reel back in it, and this thing has a hold of you.
Does he have rabies now?
What are you doing?
Okay. I am going to cast Armor of Agathist on myself. And then try and turn the cane into the sword.
I want. What do I want?
Oh no,
What do I want?
cast spell.
No, that's fine. You yeah, you go and cast your Armor of Agathist. Nah, that's what that was. Give me that one instead. As just these ice shards kind of pierce, and you hear this thing behind you, this thing that's grappling you, just kind of reel as it reels back, and the shards kind of going into it as well. And then you change your cane out for the sword. Um, I'm gonna say, like, as it like even rears back, it just kind of like moves one of its arms to kind of like in a weird way go for your face. You don't know if it's intentional or not. Um, as it starts to
Tries
just
to gouge your eyes, and it's like, ha, unlucky man, nothing there.
What did he roll? What did he
Crit.
get?
Don't worry,
um
he's just dealing damage to himself with that armor of Agathis.
I need you to take 12 points of slashing damage.
He
Well,
takes 12 as well.
of
Okay.
cold.
Of course.
As is that all of your Agathist, or is there slightly
No.
more?
I
There's
got 3 left.
three
Okay.
more. Yeah, 3 more.
And as it kind of like does this, and just of you feeling pain and releasing that pressure back, as like these cold like spikes just go even protrude even further out. You can hear the creature like whelp even more. What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna try and break free from it.
Make a strength check, please.
Strength.
I hope he's just not killing some dude's dog.
Exactly it. He tripped over a dog and now he's murdering that puppy.
Oof,
And then
don't tell me
That's
that.
really good. That's always good if you can roll.
Almost. He rolled a 20. He rolled a 20.
Or
as
an at one.
as you're trying like to start to break free, you feel like it like as it kind of clawed your face a little bit, and then you release your power, and then you try to quickly break it, almost like just like in a weird half cross body, like Nelson just holding on to you, and it's like starting to like dig its claws a little bit into you as well. It doesn't seem that it's letting go.
I don't know what the hell you are, but let go! I'm gonna yell that.
As you yelled it, it's going to try to go for like one more bite on you. I need you to take 8 points of piercing damage.
What did he roll? 8 points. Okay. Ba-doop. He takes 3 more points of cold damage.
And as like the rest of the shards kind of break, as the armor itself just almost like explodes, if you will, you can hear like not even hear, but just even feel as it looks like the creature released, might be just because of the explosion from it, and kind of you can feel like the weight off your shoulders, quite literally, as you can feel it released you.
I'm gonna like turn to face it. The sword out, ready? In case it, I guess. Is it? Do I still hear it in front of me, or is it dead?
You,
That's it.
with all of this sensation going on in your mind, like just this rush of adrenaline that's coming in, you were in heavy thought to then be ambushed by this thing, and you quickly turn around, breathing heavily, and you don't, like, in your vicinity, you don't pick up anything. There's no noise, there's no sound, there's no nothing.
I'm like doing that thing where you turn yourself like do a whole 360 circle around, see if anything pops up, tries to rush in or anything. What? What the hell was that?
You don't. Nothing seems to be coming up.
I'm gonna try and poke the sword where, if it did fall over dead, where on the ground it is, if it's there.
Take away them death saving throws. Come on.
As you like look just a little bit in front of you, you don't. There's nothing there besides mud. There might have been a few times you think it's it, but it's just like a little bit more caked up mud that was in that spot.
Shit. What the fuck was that? Oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna try and run to where I could hear the most people or sounds of people anywhere like that.
Do you go from where you came from or continue where you were going?
Where I came from.
Okay. So you taking this opportunity, realizing that maybe the creature left or something happened to it, but it's no longer there behind you. So you take off back in that direction, darting through areas, trying to find something, and you hear what sounds um, like noise coming from somebody, as it looks like they're like bent over on their knees, looking at something on the ground. At least you're coming kind of in a sense like from behind them. That's what you're.
My dog. My dog.
Sir, are you alright?
Like, do you just yell it out, or do you like go up, or
I go up.
okay? As you start to get like closer, and you're like, "Hey, is everything okay?" You kind of like get slapped by something, and you just hear this echoing like screech. This is as it just you hear what sounds like it just takes off. You have absolutely no idea in any direction. It's just like it kind of hits you, disorientates you for a second, and you hear the sound of it leaving.
Oh, shit. What if that was the thing of fun? Oh god, I gotta go talk to the others. Gotta find them. Alright, I'm gonna keep running then. Try and get to the center of the town. Try and see if I can get back there.
Okay. As you kind of start to continue, um, just you like as you continue to go do so, you slip on something just where that creature was. You slip on something falling again.
What the hell? I'm gonna check and see what it was.
You this time being a little bit more prepared as you kind of like in a stance of getting ready. The way I'm looking at almost like a like kind of like knee to hand kind of crawl as you kind of go up a little bit to this thing, and it feels like a person. Not
Okay.
not breathing. There's like looks like a little bit of a decent like what feels really wet in one area, and other areas like you just feel like a little bit of like ripped clothing.
Alright, I'm gonna yell out. Hey, I need somebody over here!
Okay.
Try and yell it out, see if anybody shows up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use healing hands on. I know it's not gonna work, but just to try and see if it would.
On the person.
Yeah.
As you even pores start to once in, you feel like it's just dissipating in a sense. Like there's nothing for it to connect to. About probably for you guys, probably about like an hour or so, roughly. You hear the sounds of bells kind of like going off. Most
Ah,
of
what?
most of you guys, if you were asleep, um, would understand this as something typical in most cities. They have this or towns, the standard of emergency, as different bells are ringing off in the distance, close by. You can hear, just like right outside y'all's window, like horses heading out.
Leaves wakes from it, like gets out of a trance, like, oh boy. And then walks over to the boys and goes like, okay, it's time to go fuck some shit up. Get that clock out of your ass, Clarence.
Clarence probably was still awake.
What? I was
There's
not
some shit
awake.
going on.
Look, I don't sleep in real life. I'm sleeping in a made-up game.
Any idea what?
There's some shit going on. Did you hear the bells?
Yeah, like
Oh.
what's going on?
We
I don't
know
know.
what's going on.
Abe never came back. Because that's a fun thing about Elsa. I'm still aware enough to
Ace
notice that he didn't
ringing
come.
the bells?
Probably fuck some shit up. Who knows?
Can I go try to find Eighth's trail downstairs? Because I'm assuming we broke apart here.
I'll guide him to.
I mean, we could just follow where all the people are going.
That's a good
Yeah, but what if
point.
he's not with all the people?
Oh,
That's
then
also a good point.
that's a problem for later.
Maybe we should just go to where the bell's coming from.
Okay, we'll just go to where the.
I mean, there's bells ringing all over town. It
Oh.
it
No,
helps.
it's about the people are going.
It helps
Yeah,
the
let's just follow the horses. That's probably the guards, right? Going. to
yeah.
wherever they-
There's a couple of guards that are like either running or some that are on horses to get there quicker.
Hey, what's going on? I yelled to one of the guards.
As he's like, there's some attack that happened down in the districts, and he
There was an
like
attack in the district.
continues running.
Oh, that's-
And then
yeah,
like
that's-
another
yeah.
guard, like as other people are waking up, and as you guys kind of like start to go a little bit, the bells kind of almost as quickly as they came, they left. And there's like a few people on horses as they're going back through town, like trying to tell people go back to sleep, everything's fine, just stay in your homes, and the same ordeal to not get everybody in a panic. As you guys continue traveling closer and closer to where all of this is happening, you can see there's a couple of guards in a decent burst, and like a lot of them, like a lot lit up places as well with torches. You guys come across and hey, I'm gonna have to hold you here. Nobody's allowed in this area at this time.
Elise just looks at them. Do you want to get shit done? Or you not want to get shit done?
I'm sorry, what?
Like, we can find whatever this is, like, probably more easy than you can.
Kind of our thing. We find stuff and solve stuff.
It's like we found the princess, or is she the queen now? I don't know how it works.
The lady.
Oh, she's the queen now, right? Because they took out the got put
But
into
I
prison.
think they
So
were
like,
just lord and lady. I don't think.
oh,
they,
okay,
like,
sorry.
Oh,
I'm like awfully unfamiliar with
Yeah,
titles.
I'm sorry. What are you? And you can hear in the back. Just let them through. They're fine.
That you, Francis?
Is as you see Axel, who looks back. Look,
Axel! I wish.
you could keep him out.
Come on, man. Just let him in. He's innocent.
Whatever. Come on.
What happened to Francis? Did he like lose his job or
No, I think he probably got promoted to something.
something else?
Anyway, let's go have a look around and see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, can
was
I
looking
try
forward
to?
seeing Francis Rafetier, captain of the guards in this city. For some
What do we
reason, that's a
see
name
when we
I
get
have
up there?
dedicated to my permanent memory.
So as you guys kind of follow where Axel went into, it's like in a sense like a little ish alleyway to where it then opens up to like a back portion. This seems where a lot of either homes, kind of like have a little bit of an area to come out into. Like, I don't know how to describe it as much, like a little back patio, if you will, but of a relatively decent size. And there you can see Aeth, who is sitting on a box. He's already bandaged up and is just sitting there.
As you look at the rest, I told you so.
There is uh, a white cloth that's laid over someone, and there's a couple of guards just all around, and it looks like one kind of goes back up to Aeth, and it looked like he's asking him a couple of questions. As Axel turns to you guys. Well, this was a very interesting way to know that you guys were back in town.
What?
We like just
Did
came
did
back in.
did Aid go on a murder spree?
Again?
Ed, did you murder anyone?
No, Aeth is not like, unless you yell, like you guys
No,
are
I'm
a
not.
little
Yeah,
bit
I'm just.
opposite way.
I'm just making a stupid quip to that to Axel.
Yeah,
Is Ace under guard?
there is like there is another guard kind of close by, but he's not really like heavy under presence. It almost, the guard, there is one who's like asking him questions.
Yeah. So they're
Uh,
like trusting him, basically.
yeah, it's one of those. It's kind of like we know who you are, but at the same time, like trying to understand what's happening here. As Axel just look, I'm not sure entirely from some of the information that I got. Your friend over there was attacked. Came across this body that was also being attacked. That's about it. Kind of hurts to, as he says this a little bit more quietly, but it's just kind of hurts when your only witness is blind.
Mm. I mean,
How do you think we
it's
feel?
it's sometimes a bit problematic when you try to explain, like, hey, look at that thing over there. You know, you realize, oh wait, you can't see anything.
Was he at least wearing his glasses that describe his surroundings to him at the
I
time?
left
so
that
he
crap at the
would,
tavern.
so he would know what this creature looked like?
That's if the glasses knew how to describe said creature.
I mean,
I
you could
didn't-
say it's red. That'd be something to go off of at least, or it's multicolored. Like,
Anyway, should we go investigate the bullshits?
Yeah.
to be fair, like any description at all is better than no description.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, exactly.
Did we get a full night's rest in? Is the
No.
first? Okay, no.
No.
It was 1 hour. Could we have
I
gotten
gotta
a short
check my
rest?
Spell slots.
Do you guys use any spare slots?
I didn't.
I
don't think.
used all my third levels.
He
Well-
probably.
Lazy
did.
nothing.
I guess that sucks.
Can we look at the body?
Can we look at the entire area?
Axel is just like,
Well, I
Hold
think
on,
whatever
let
it is,
me-
it's probably
let me
Yeah,
go
we
check
can
to make
ask
sure
that.
we have some of our notes intact, and I would prefer you guys not to mess with a lot of things, but I know you're capable
would
of
just-
some more, probably more than what we can do at this time.
I was just going to kind of preserve the body for now so that it doesn't start to decay.
Let us do a little bit more look into it, and then you can, but don't
I don't really
do...
have to touch the body much. I just have to put coins on its eyes. Pretty much the entirety of the spell.
How about you wait? No casting magic on any bodies.
What about mine? And I cast enhance ability on myself. And
I'll
I do.
I'll
do the
pat
smart-
Clarence on the shoulder and cast guidance on him and be like,
Yeah, I do the
I
smart
don't
guy
think
one
that's
too.
what we're talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, I do the smart guy one, so intelligent checks. Blah, blah.
Oh man, I was gonna get murdered by these people. Yeah, sure, whatever.
I just
Alright.
nod.
Why does it
At
heal?
le- at least it looks like, well, that's still a possibility if you want it.
No, I'm okay. I like what I have now, thank you. As he
Using all my best
as
spells right
he
now.
looks like he walks over to somebody who looks like they were taking notes as well, and they as well came to speak with Aya. So there's two guards as Axel then comes joins them. So two guards and Axel is speaking with Aya at this time. If you guys wanted to try to do anything at this point.
I'm just keeping an eye out to see if there's anything like, I don't know, looking at us in a way. That makes sense. Like I'm looking out for something definitely out of place whilst we're waiting for them to be done. So I'm
Make
looking away
a
from the immediate area.
make a perception check.
Hell yeah. I should guide myself whilst I'm doing this so I don't forget to do that. Ah, fucking shit ass low roll. 18, not too bad. Gonna get picked.
I think he can still hear you if you wanna.
Yeah, no, I know he can. I'm thinking. Okay. You it's very quick. You almost are not too certain, but it looks like there's a barrel just a little bit further down, so kind of like where you guys are. There's 2 alleyways to this little point where it opens up where you guys are currently at, right? And this is like in behind a couple of buildings. There's another alley slightly down that looks like it goes out to the main road as well. And there's like a little barrel kind of like right at the entrance to the alley, and it looks like it might have shook for a quick second.
Okay, as that happens,
Cast heat metal on the barrel.
no. I'm just trying to look at what the best thing to do is here, because I need to react quickly to this. Where the fuck are my spells? Oh, there. Do I need to see? Do I need to see? Do I need to see? Sorry, this is me like seeing if I need to see for the spell to happen.
No, you're good.
How far is this? How far away is this barrel from me?
Probably somewhere in between like 45 feet.
Okay. So if I see, like, the moment I see that thing move, I'm gonna cast Entangle in that area. So whatever is in there needs to. I was just checking if I need to see. It needs to roll a strength check against strength check against my. No wait. Strength saving throw against my DC of 16.
Is that if something comes out of it, or are you just casting it in
If
that
something
area?
is in it. If something is in that
in the area.
20-foot square, so it's quite a big area. I just need to see if I needed to see a creature
There's
in
just
it.
like a crowd of civilians standing around this barrel that shook that are now entangled.
No,
Yeah.
like there's like I will say there is like a few guards that are like in that little area too. Like about like 2 kind of like on the entrance as well. Not they're about somewhere about 5 maybe 7 feet away from the barrel. As they're just looks like they're standing there watching inward, like towards you guys, and even a little bit. I'm gonna say with decent vision and all that. You can kind of see like past the alley. It looks like that area is also cut off. So any alley that lead out to the main road is cut off by any individuals.
I'm just gonna like in her head. I'm gonna ask for forgiveness later, but whatever is there needs to be caught.
Okay.
And then she will instantly, as she casts it, will make her way towards that area.
Okay, so you cast it, and for the 2 guards, let's just okay. So one of them, the one that's like really close to the barrel, as your vines just kind of like quickly spurt out of the ground, just completely wrapping him, and he's just, oh, what the hell? As the other guy, like this guy is on something, as almost like before the vines even come out of the ground, like he dodges out of the way, as he just is like wide alert on everything. And the barrel looks like it gets kind of covered a little bit as well.
I just make my way and I look if there's to see if there's a creature there that I caught in it, apart from the guard.
Do you open the lid?
It's a
Sure.
mimic. You die.
You know what? I am going to. So I'm not like it doesn't really. It's more like as a thing to carry distance if anything comes out. She's gonna take out. Ellie's gonna take out her spear and like hold it between her and like lift the lid with the spearhead.
Mm. That's a good idea.
Okay. You pull out your spear and kind of like trying to take the edge of it to pop the lid a little bit. And like you're able to kind of like lift it up a little bit, but nothing seems to be jumping out or
Okay.
anything.
Like I just go up close to it and I just pop it properly.
As you kind of like hold your spear there and you go to put your hand in and kind of like lean up a little bit, you see Loro, who's just staring at you. Hi.
Elise releases the spell.
As the guard that's like a little bit like releasing, it's like, what the hell? Just what was that?
And then she just looks inside the barrel and she just looks at the guy. I said, and then she just kicks over the barrel.
And he's
This-
just kind of like falls, but he's still in it. He's somehow tries to get further back in the barrel as possible.
I just look at the guard. I'm sorry for that, but I saw this barrel move, and well, it did move because of this idiot in it.
And like he has his like spear ready, like he quickly like pulls it ready, and he's like in attack mode, like in a sense, like do we need to like be aggressive to this?
I don't know. Do with him what you want. I don't care. But like, I don't think it's what attacked everyone.
Wait a minute.
But he's definitely.
But he might have seen it.
Yeah,
If he was
that's what I said.
following
Like,
Ace, he might have seen it.
Is this the same one that was from before?
You've never
Yeah, the
seen
same
you've
one.
never seen the
I have.
no,
Hi,
I thought we
Elise's
all
friend.
did.
well, aren't you?
Yeah,
What?
Garber saw.
Why are you? Hold on. While Elise is doing that, what were Clarence and Garber doing? Because
Yeah,
you guys
see,
were
Elise
trying to
did
do
fucking
some.
bullshit.
You guys were trying to do something else at the same
I
time.
was gonna inspect
Guided.
the body and
I
the
guided
area.
Clarence.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was about all I did with that.
Trying
So
to figure out what killed them, how they died, who, like, where they went, like.
make
footprints,
a
all that.
medicine check.
What is medicine?
And
So
Garber,
you
what are
can
you
hit my-
doing in this time? As you're
Are we
standing,
allowed near the body or no?
20.
he said, "Do not cast any magic on the body." Like there's a,
Magic.
he's like, in a way, you guys are being trusted, and it's like it's up to you on how far that trust goes.
22.
Well, I was gonna do a medicine check on the body, but it looks like that was already handled.
Yeah.
So I guess can I look at Ace, who's in detainment? Question mark.
He's not really in detainment. It's more of he's being questioned, and it looks
Bring 'em
like
along with us.
they look like they're checking notes and asking and trying to get an understanding of this. And so it doesn't seem like he's being grilled per se, but they're trying to understand what the hell happened here.
Can I tell like how hurt he is?
You can see claw marks that with a little bit, because you healed yourself, right, Aeth?
Me?
Yeah, I can't remember
Tried
if
to
that's
kill the dead guy and it
oh
didn't
the
work.
dead guy. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Dead guy.
You can see there is kind of like really reddish claw marks across his face, but not to a point where they're bloody, but like if it doesn't, it looks like it's been treated a little bit by modern medicine, but if non any magical means step in, those are going to be some new scars for sure. But you know, just speaking out loud, you can tell he's bandaged pretty decent around like his neck area and shoulder, and just little muddy scratches in his clothing or armor. But that's
Am I, like,
about.
stop and try to approach him, or
If
under?
if you try to get a little bit close, one of them is like Axel, kind of like tries to tell you to stop for a second and let them try to finish.
That probably at this
So
point all the other shit goes down.
so at this
I'll
point,
pat
if
Axel and actually guide him, and then I'll walk back over to Clarence.
okay,
Hello.
and then so
But Axel
with
feels
your
like he could do a little bit better on his next check.
with
that
your
medicine.
medicine check, it when you start to examine, first off, the area where the body was bitten at, and this is a little bit more kind of like chest air, like a little bit upper chest area, if you will, and it's really still slightly, moist, if you will, with blood. Um, and it looks like a decent ish chunk was kind of taken out of that particular area. But what's also noticeable is the little bit of skin that you guys can see, and just on the neck and face, is slightly dried up. Slightly. Because you made a decent, good medicine check, this looks to be like a middle-aged man. But he shows signs of like decent wrinkles of like maybe a 50 to 60-year-old man.
So he's uncharacteristically old,
Yes.
or okay. Huh. This is weird. Can I point this out, the stuff I see out to the guards, blah blah blah, the dudes near me or whatever, and be like, hey, did you guys see this stuff?
I mean, I would say you can assume that they did, because they were
Okay.
examining the body for a moment before you guys. You assumed that they did, because it was already covered up, and
Yeah.
one of the guards did kind of looks like he was standing there writing notes before he came to Aeth.
Okay.
So you would be aware that it looks like they took some decent notes down. You don't know if it's an old person or a middle-aged person, but you could chat with them in a second. Yeah.
I'm good.
So as that's happening, Elise, what are you doing with your friend?
I guess I turn around and it's like, what, we're following 8 all the time.
Who he kind of like
He's like
shuttles
that guy over
back.
there.
He just like
Okay.
looks down, nervous.
Okay, make yourself useful before these people take you in and then you can't follow us. Because I'm not gonna vouch for you, so they'll probably take you in for questioning, and then you'll probably lose us anyway. Just putting it out there. If we're following, what the fuck attacked him?
I wasn't around.
Well, then have fun in your barrel, and she puts on the lid again.
The guard is just like, as you like,
Just keep an
you
eye on
you
it.
you fix it, put the lid back on, and you just like walk away, and he's
Just keep an eye on that idiot. Probably take him in
What?
for questioning if you want to, I don't care.
so.
And then I just walk back to the rest.
After a couple of minutes, the two guards that was with Axel, looks like they've came to a certain point, and they were told to go ahead and finish up whatever is needed with that body. And then Axel looking at you, and it's just, is there anything else you can tell us what happened? Anything? And I would, what all did you really tell them?
I told him everything.
Okay. And he kind of goes over it, and if you guys want to kind of come into this, you can. I just need to know if that's what you're doing, to as both Axel and him are talking, or if you guys just kind of keeping a small distance.
I'm being nosy and listening at least.
Okay. As he's all right. So I'm gonna go over it one more time.
Okay.
Let's make sure we didn't miss anything. You were out strolling, lost in thoughts, until you fell.
Yeah.
Tripped over something. You completely ignored whatever you tripped over. And then it turns out to be something that bit you and was apparently strong to hold you until your magic blasted it away.
Yeah. I'd say I'd probably show them what the armor of Agathis was, just to show them what I used.
I would say you've already did that before. If you're
Yeah.
going to do that, I would say you've already done that.
Probably
Okay.
still up as we talk.
Um,
Up for an hour.
and you don't remember where.
No. And I was coming back to warn somebody, and then I seen the person that was hunched over. I thought he was hurt, possibly by the creature. Then it lets out. Well, the person got up and screamed, and then he ran off.
Person?
And that's when I found the body.
So did you kill it?
No, it ran off. Hey guys.
You
Well,
know what it looked like?
we'll have some of the guards search the closest areas. I already have them doing that, but we'll continue searching in case if we haven't found anything. Out of all the people, no offense, but you're
I mean,
you
sometimes you
use
get unlucky.
yes. All right. Were you guys able to figure anything out on the body?
Oh, there's an idiot in a barrel there who's chasing us, who seems to be part of an assassin's trying to kill, and then points at Clarence. But I mean, you do with him whatever you want. I don't care.
What?
Remember
As
sorry
the
for it.
assassin at
as
the
he
wedding?
looks as he looks over and you guys look back in that same direction, the lid is like taken off and you see the guy like he's moving the barrel over like there's nothing in there.
He probably turned into like a spider or
He
something.
can turn invisible.
Uh-oh.
Like, yeah, whatever. Oh, okay, well, like Elise just goes off course. Like, those things can turn invisible. Apparently, I heard when they're panicking. Regardless, fuck that guy. I haven't had a look at anything. It's like, well, what are we looking at?
Well, and you guys kind of
I,
you
I
know.
look at 8. I'm like, I just look at him. 8, this is gonna suck, but I can heal you, I promise. And I just take off his band-aid and I just look at the wound.
Yeah. I'm not really too worried about it.
I'll guide
Okay.
her while she looks at the wound.
Make a medicine check.
I'm really good at those. Not really. Guidance. Did you guide me?
I already
Yeah.
guided you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, not too bad.
Too bad you can't add double
16.
guidance.
It doesn't look like the teeth marks itself definitely or just jagged, nothing straight about it, but it really went in on him, and it looks like like what a wild creature would do trying to eat meat, but it just maybe didn't have enough strength ish, but it just left a decent sized bite wound on him, and it's just a little bit slightly big enough to cover obviously both sides of like the shoulder area.
I look at both sides just to see if there's any difference.
Nothing really.
And then I just, I don't know, I just look at him like, okay, well, now it's time to stop being a bitch. And I will cast. Where are we? There we. I mean, why not? We're gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go back to sleep anyway. Second
Sure.
level cure wounds for 14 health.
Okay. There you go.
Back to full.
And I just look at the I look at the wound on this, like the bite markers it heals, see if I can glean anything from it.
No, just typical, magic, if you will. Just a little bit of green kind of flourish over the areas that's injured, and even on his face, as it. Think of like somebody like just putting a glob of like aloe vera on the area, and it's just like the body soaks it in, and it just fills in like what little bits of missing, um, you know, skin marks or body pieces, if you will.
Mm.
So nothing in particular.
Okay. And then I go look at the corpse, because I haven't had all this time, so I just look at the corpse and I'm like,
It would be the same thing like I told.
yeah. I just look at them like, why is this?
If we're allowed
This
to
doesn't
scan
seem like a beast.
the corpse now, I'll turn to Axel and be like, "Can I cast something on it now? It just stops decomposition and would stop it from turning undead, if that was an issue."
Yeah, go ahead. And this was more. We're just wanting to make sure we were able to check everything before any magic was used.
Just don't want like the body deteriorating if it's part of an active investigation.
So
So I just look at the wound and I'm like, why is this dry? That's not beast wounds. I mean, we've seen plenty of beast wounds. I could turn into a fucking wolf and bite you, and then it will not get dry. Why is this dry?
Do I know of anything that causes wounds to be dry since I'm also by the body?
I mean, now is the
Although I
question, because the
don't-
question, like, how knowledgeable would people be about vampires in a society where there's a bunch of fucking weird ass creatures and animals?
I
Because,
mean,
of course, I know what the fuck it is. Like, Leo knows what the fuck it is, but how knowledgeable would all of us be about, like, the general concept of vampiric creatures?
at this moment, why don't just make a history check?
Anyone who's thinking about it, or specifically?
I'll
I mean, I pose the
anybody
question
who
to everyone.
anybody who's thinking about it, but I'll have to go off on who's doing it to see if it's something that you may or may not know.
I just roll a straight history check. 9. Nope.
8,
8.
I'll roll it
7.
just because I'll roll it since I was a victim.
7 or 10. 7 or 10. 7 or 10.
10, 10, 10. Oh.
That.
Wait.
It
But that's
wasn't
wisdom.
Why
insight,
did
it was
I hit
history.
history? I hit history. What? I'm gonna reroll that.
Sure,
That's not
sure.
fair.
Also, Clarence just over here showing off.
I don't
Yeah.
think it was the one.
Okay, so at least
I mean, you also rolled different trade 9.
there's nothing that you can think of that. I mean, again, for a monster, a beast, or whatever to rip out something could be anything. But with Clarence's knowledge, at least when him kind of chiming in on like, it looks to be like a middle-aged person, not really an old person. I mean, you guys heard stories before. Some of you probably have about, vampires and werewolves and more of these mythical like beasts. But there's never any never any sort of, how to put it, never any truth to them. But it wasn't until the emergence of the I have a name, give me a second. Where is my name? My name's
Was it until the World War last campaign that vampires came out in the open?
What was it? The light mains. It wasn't until their emergence that they've came in that they've mentioned stuff of like this before, as they are indeed like real life entities or creatures, but just not really socialized amongst our realm as much. But then at the same time, this has been a good years back, so it's not like anybody went in deep on their theories or anything. It's almost like somebody random showed up and like, hey, they are real, and then just continued walking. So
When Clarence then it goes like, huh.
Clarence,
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess vampire.
for
I mean, like,
you, you've never heard of anything of this sort.
yeah, I just look at him. I mean, if Clarence shares his stories about what he heard,
That's what I was gonna say. Hey, I had some weird dude like walk up to me like, "Yo, you ever heard about vampires?" And then like straight up bolted. You think it's a vampire? And then I tell them like this stuff.
It's
creepy.
actually that type of story wouldn't have came from you. It would have came a lot more from either Garbu or Elise. More specifically, and let me go back to it.
Hey, buddy.
More
I
specifically.
could ask one of the dragons what they know about vampires tomorrow. I'm sure they'd love to hear from me.
I mean, the purple one
Yeah.
was pretty chill.
Maybe we could try and set up a date for you.
Ah, don't worry about it. I'll figure that one out later.
Where is my thing?
Didn't say no to that.
Yeah, of course I did say no. I mean, you have to make the first. I made the first move. Hello.
To be fair, she was a really cool dragon.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh
pretty
yes,
chill.
it's yeah. So it would have mostly have came from Garbu actually, who would have said something like that, as the champion to the Imperial Legion happens to be a light main himself.
Great.
So it's not saying it came specifically from him, it's just those type of stories, and it's spread out a little bit. So
I mean, it could be, like, I mean, if you talk about all these stories and you say like, I mean, looks like it. I mean, what other creature have you ever seen that does something like this?
Turkeys.
What these?
Turkeys?
Gigantic turkeys.
look, first off, they're no joke to be messing with. Alright. Second of all,
I heard an entire country once fought a war against something that was basically a giant turkey and lost.
second off, this, I don't know much about whatever you're spatting about vampire things, but that's no.
I mean, just because I mean, like Elise lowers her voice and looks at him. Just the person who made the deal with a fucking hag.
And that's different.
Yeah, well, people, do you think 99% of people here believe, as you like lowers her voice again, a hag is real? Probably not.
They are fucking real.
Well, and then she goes like, my point.
But they don't
Just
know
because
that.
just because
There's-
you
there-
don't take it real doesn't mean it's not real.
Look. Okay.
There are non-magical hags.
You
though,
should
too.
ask him if he knows what a hag is, and I point
What?
to just some random guy.
What? What is? Do we even know? Is there even anything on vampires?
I mean, I guess folklore is like what blood-sucking creatures of the night.
Look, I don't know exactly what you're spatting on. I don't like it. I don't want
Yeah,
it.
neither do I. No. I mean, that looks like you got an, how do they call it? An infestation on your hands.
Well, uh, and then one of the guards kind of comes from the alleyway on the right, and he's just, sir, we found another body. And he's just, son of a. All right. And as he kind of like starts to walk a little bit, and he looks back, and he's just, you guys fucking coming or what? You ain't gonna sprout this stupid nonsense
finish
and then not.
Or repose on this body,
Okay.
and then I'll, I guess, follow Axel.
Let's go have a look at the second blood-drained corpse.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll follow.
That.
All right.
8 doesn't follow, 8 sits like a beach.
I'll get up, and I just want to like kneel down to the body. I'm sorry I wasn't here quicker to save you. I wish I would have killed it when I had the chance, instead of it running away. Then I'll get up, and follow behind.
Hey, Garbu, you should go hold his hand so he knows where to go.
Did Ace tell us everything that happened? That he
um,
ran full speed away from one and bumped into another one that was already eating someone?
Or it was the same one, hello?
I would say
Or the
it's
same one?
not necessarily just because of the fact like you guys heard a little bit of the conversation as they were going over like very broad details of what happened, and then it was like, hey, what about this body? So no. But you guys go a little bit just kind of like going out to the main road, going what appears to be into another alleyway that turns a few just corners here and there. Seems as if it really was out of his mind as he was going for his stroll, and you can see a figure that looks like it was, how to put it, kind of like slumped against a wall. And you can see like as you guys kind of get into this little area, you can see what looks like markings against all of the walls. Like looks like something impacted them.
Like a fight had happened here or something?
Yes.
Assume the corpse looks also drained.
You can see there is a couple of decent sized holes in this body, but this one looks like, no, not really drained.
Maybe it was satisfied, or it got caught and it just decided to kill. I don't know. I look at 8. Isn't this your thing? Like guard stuff, figuring out what happened. I mean, I know you can't
Usually.
see, but
Clarence,
Describe
are you
things to me.
still?
I mean,
Oh,
you have
yeah,
the
yeah,
glasses,
yeah.
don't you?
I'll guide Clarence. Can you try to look around the fight here? He's pretty good at, like, the scene where it looks like there was a struggle.
Yeah, yeah. If
See
you
if
guys
you
want
can
me to,
tell
I can
what
try to
happened.
figure out what happened.
Yeah.
Boss man.
I just figured since you're the best at it, it might be good if you take a look.
It just depends on what I'm trying to see. I would
I'm
like to
just
try to
assuming
figure
we're
out what
doing
happened.
investigation.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what happened with the fight and see if I can get like this happened here, and then this happened if I can.
Investigation check.
I'll guide him.
It's
You
still
want
an
Sherlock Holmes this shit.
Uh,
Like
Nice.
Sherlock Holmes this shit.
I'd like guide him.
Sherlock Holmes this
So
shit.
Oh, 30.
30. I
30.
want to like, and I'm gonna bring it down. No, just kidding.
Larry.
25.
Elise is like, nobody gets to be Sherlock Holmes.
So you start to look around a little bit,
bad.
and there is just markings all over the wall. And when I say markings, it looks like something was piercing them. And you can see it looks like the further you get from the body, like where you guys came from, they're really more spread out. But as you get a little bit more closer to, just a little bit past the body, it looks like they were more condensed. You definitely looks like a sign of struggle just from the mud itself, from the kind of way it's portrayed. And looking at the body, it doesn't really match the same one that you guys recently saw. But again, it has like a few decent sized holes in its chest. The like what looks like a little bit of blood that probably had came out of these holes were in, let's just say, a very slight mixture of like reddish black. But it shows it's still in this really like weird looking but somewhat at the same time normal person. You continue to look through, just trying to look everywhere, and you feel something at the bottom of your, like, I don't know what sounds like a little, because I don't know what type of shoe you wear, boots or whatever. Just
They're
something
boots that I can't take off, remember?
something that just kind of felt like a little bit weird, and you kind of like move your foot and dig a little bit in the mud, and you see like a little piece of glass.
And is it sharp before I try to pick it up? Like, does it look jagged,
Yes.
or is it like okay? Then I'm gonna like. would I
But
be wearing
again, it's
gloves?
like it's really little,
Okay.
and no, you wouldn't be wearing gloves unless your character just happened to have gloves.
What'd you
No,
find
no.
there?
It's a little
Looks at
piece,
my gauntlets.
little piece of glass. I don't. Can I inspect the piece of glass or investigate it? See what it is. Like if I know what it's from. If it's like from Ace Glasses or something like that.
With your investigation, it appears like it could come from his
Especially
glasses.
since Ace isn't currently wearing his glasses.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that I would have noticed that the blind guy wasn't wearing his blind goggles.
I
They're
would
not
say that
glasses anymore.
I would say that's kind of noticeable since he had the claw marks against his face.
Okay. Eighth, were you over here? Is he with
No.
us now?
Yeah.
Okay. No?
Are you sure?
I'm fairly certain I wasn't.
Do I see more small pieces of glass?
In the same little area? Yes.
Okay. Is there any sort of trail of those small pieces of glass going any direction?
No.
Okay.
Where are your glasses, eh?
I pull them out.
Are they broken? I'm assuming.
Yeah, the metal little frame itself is definitely bent, and like there's no glass remaining in there.
Okay.
You
Can I-
need those fixed?
Yeah. I was gonna give them to you guys later on, but all this was happening.
So, pardon me. How does mending work? Before I start doing it, like, so if it's shattered into a million pieces, will those pieces come back to it, or
If
is
you
it just
no, if you
Okay.
had all of the pieces and kind of like put them what looks like in what would be the glasses and use mending, that could work. But if you were like, oh, here's the frame mending and all the glass shards come to it, no.
Well, I didn't know if like it would just like
No,
know.
not like a
Yeah.
metal, not like a magnet picking up,
Okay.
pieces of other type of metal. This is like, imagine like, if you broke a piece of wood and you put the wood back together and then use mending, it doesn't look like it broke.
I wanted to double check before I did something dumb. So,
Hey guys, do you think this glass is from his glasses?
I have no idea. It looks like glass to me.
Elise?
At least looks at Garbu. Looks at looks at Clarence. I mean, it could be anyone's glass.
That's true. Did the body have glasses on it?
What color is the lens on the glass?
Is it just clear?
Yeah.
What color were your glasses? Were they tinted?
Red.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
it would be whatever your glasses were. Sorry.
That's what I'm getting at.
Oh.
Yeah, just to double check. So
Oh.
you were never over here, you're saying, right?
I don't think I was over there. I
Can I
didn't.
insight check that?
Yeah.
I mean, I can fix the glasses in an hour, whether or not we have all the glass. I don't know if they'll be the right like prescription or not, but
The prescription matter.
why
Yeah.
not?
He can't see.
Oh yeah. Prescription's my word of the day for
Are you going to insight?
Yeah.
I don't think Clarence would think about it, so I'm not going to.
Okay.
If anybody else is paying attention to the conversation and they think their character would, feel free.
I'm
Clarence would
gonna
just
do it in a different way. Because at least works in different ways.
Garbu's been focusing on the repairing the glasses this whole time.
Okay.
It's like at least like kneels down to Garbu and like whispers in his ear. It's like, didn't they say that vampires were sensitive to light?
I mean, I'm sensitive to light.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I'm not asking about you.
I don't know. Did they say vampires are sensitive to light? Is that something I know, DM?
No.
Have I
That
heard that?
there was
No.
not ever great details to explain what they are. It was
I
just
think they're just like a really big mosquito.
kind of like
That's horrifying.
a race coming in to tell their side of a fairy tale. Well, all these other people thought like this was a huge myth or mythology, just a story, and there wasn't a heavy emphasis on what they could do. And then here comes this race, and it's like, yeah, we have stories too, and they say the same thing, but like slightly more details, but not like, oh, they're sun sensitive or their weakness is restrained. Just more of like how scary these creatures can be.
I know about as much about vampires as I do about sea monsters. At least
mean,
those
I
aren't
guess-
real.
I guess there's
Oh,
one way to
they
find
are
out, right?
real.
Like I guess there's one way to like then she just whispers. I mean, like I'm a bit confused if Ace thinks he wasn't here. I'll wait.
Maybe he's just. Hey, why don't you think you were here?
Oh, I didn't hear a struggle over here. I just stumbled over here. I
So you
stumbled
just.
over something. I didn't hear any sounds of
Hey,
struggle
Clarence,
or any
does it look
fight.
like somebody tripped over anything over here?
DM man. Do I need to re-roll for that, or
I would say
Was
with
that natural
your
20?
investigation, there does appear to be not like a very good face plant of a face, but it's because of the struggle that happened in this area. It's hard to tell if it looked like somebody tripped. It just appears to be a uneven mud.
Is the glass about 1/8 body length away from the foot of the dead body or something, showing that he tripped over the dead body and face planted there?
It's hard to tell because of the fact where the body is versus where the glass is.
so? You said you tripped, right?
Yes.
When you tripped, you broke your glasses, right?
Yes.
So I found a bunch of pieces of glass, right?
Yeah.
And it looks like someone tripped.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Because now I'm going to get suspicious, right? Because
Sure.
Were you unaware that you were over here, or do you just not think you were over here?
I was unaware, probably.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna trust you. 'Cause it's
I
getting
mean, he
weird.
is
Did you
blind after
murder
all.
these 2 people?
I mean, I don't think I could bite into somebody and do that kind of damage to somebody, and then bite
Insight
myself.
check.
I'm not
No,
hiding
no.
that. I don't want to know.
12.
Why do you have such a high insight?
Elise looks at him and goes like, that's not a no.
Ooh.
I don't know how I can bite myself and leave that kind of mark
Then
on.
I mean that could be one of their self-defense marks. I don't know.
Wait. Hey Garbu, is this like a infectious disease type thing? Like, is he gonna
I don't
die
know.
from
That's
the
why I'm
bite?
doing gentle repose on the bodies. If
Well, I
I
know we've got a live guy who got bit. I'm not
I've
worried
heard
about
of
the dead
undead
guys.
things biting other things and making them undead.
Yeah,
I'm
that's why I'm.
kind of I have a little more knowledge of like undead things than I do like fantasy creatures like vampires and sea monsters.
I don't know what
Fantasy creatures. That's like saying like a fucking feyre is fantasy.
I'm saying. Do you know anything about
This is a very enlightening
living
experience.
people
Garber.
being bitten by this thing? Because I
I
obviously don't
don't
know that
know.
part.
I can take a look at him.
Take a look at him. You're a
Okay.
medicine guy.
Can I tell if he has like an infection or something?
uh,
I'm kidding.
If he'll turn into one of these? I
make
guess.
a
Would that be
medicine check.
8. I don't know.
You see no wounds on him as they were magically healed.
I mean, it'd probably be easier to have been able to tell if I had looked at him while he was still hurt.
Well, can we hurt him again and then like get him back to like the same area and then do it?
I
What?
mean, I can try something else.
Garbu's really good at hurting his friends.
That's not
I'm not
entirely
drunk and
correct.
I'm not running through the town.
I didn't do any of that stuff.
Anyway, I think we're like chasing
I
ghosts.
I
but-
can cure disease tomorrow. I think if we want to go that route.
You think?
Sure.
I mean, we'll see. We'll find out. Anyway, it seems that you were here and you tripped over here the first time, and then you ran off because it means it sounds like it was in the realm of possibility that he fell here, ran away, found the other person because it's like it's not that far. Why
Do
the
I
fuck were you even out there?
Yeah, I don't. Do I see
Uh,
any obvious
I-
signs of flight? Like something
I
running
was-
away, something flying away?
Where you are right now?
Yeah.
No.
I was just taking a walk and trying to theorize some things.
Okay. Sounds legit.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
you a
go
not.
bad
cast
guy?
gentle repose on the dead body.
Do what?
I cast gentle repose on the dead body.
Okay.
So we're dealing with some kind of weird creature problem.
Yeah.
What do we want to go
I'm
sit
still
there and
not
hunt now?
fully convinced Eighth isn't a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
well,
You a bad guy?
we'll find out.
Eighth, do you think you could murder me in my sleep?
Yeah.
Clarence, can you set an alarm around our room when we get back?
We'll talk about this later. I do that every freaking night, man.
I don't know. I'm normally asleep by then.
Yeah, I know.
What are you
depends.
that easy of a sleep, right?
Yes, yes, he is.
Dude, that
I guess a lot of impressions every day for you.
wow, this is making a lot of new impressions on everybody.
Oh, is it?
No.
Sort of
Ian,
gets
I'm not taking my eyes off of Eighth the rest of the night, just letting you know.
Okay. So the whole city seems to
I'm
be
staring at him with my eyeless, faceless face.
the whole town seems to be on guard as, 2 reports of dead bodies. They've got y'all's statement from Aeth, but you guys head back to the rooms and try to get some sort of sleep as you can.
trans boys.
There you go. Got a long rest.
Yay.
Heyo.
Garbo's
In
not
the
used.
morning, Eighth is a vampire.
Dude, I would give $1 for that.
I mean, he needs to die to become a vampire.
So,
Also,
as we
Next morning,
out of character, the only in D&D, only bigger vampires can turn you into a vampire, not the small bitch boys.
Next morning, I will walk out and then just knock on the door, on Clarence and Garby's door, and just make that zombie moan.
I have my crossbow out. when I open the door. But I do it like this. You move, you die. Who is it? Oh, is he? Are you? Is this fake?
Oh, hey,
Is this fake?
good morning. Yeah,
Oh,
I was messing with you guys. Sorry. Was that not supposed to do that?
start
You see,
undoing all.
Garbu was like he was like trying to find his hammer to cast a spell.
Fully nude.
Where did I?
No, I'm probably in my undergarments.
Roll dex save. No, just kidding.
He
Do a
lunges.
rat roll.
He
I was
just.
trying to scroll down to find spirit guardians, and then I was thinking,
Abe just busts open the door with unholy strength and just pounces on Garber. Garber only.
See you guys.
I cast rays of garlic.
I'm gonna go open a store with an orc.
"You want me to fix your glasses?"
Could you?
I get. Oh,
Yeah.
Why
You
don't we
have
just
like
give him the
just
other
a piece of
glasses?
metal.
I am not wearing those other glasses
Why
Do you
Why
not?
have
not?
just
Because
like a random
I
piece
ha-
of metal I could borrow?
because it spent the last 10 minutes the last time I wore them describing this tree that I was looking at. I wasn't even looking
yeah,
at the
well, it
tree.
would have helped you describe the person that was attacking you, or the thing that was attacking you.
Do you have like 2 coppers I could have for the sake of this?
2 coppers.
Or any
Look,
other round metal piece that's about the size of a glasses lens? Doesn't even have to be
hang,
round. I just need metal.
You said metal?
metal. Hang on, I got 1 silver piece. I'm gonna
Not
go.
two.
Would that be enough to replace 2 lenses? 1 silver piece? Material wise?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. I will
I mean,
cast
more
the
metal.
hour-long Artisan's Blessing, which at the end of that casting,
Hold on.
I can
Can
turn
you
metal into any non-metal material required for the object. So,
Clarence
Make
hits
them
at
Garby
the
in the
end,
head with a hammer.
make them pink, not red.
I mean, I was just gonna make them look the same as they
No,
did
no, 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 no.
before.
He likes them a little bit lighter.
Ace, how do you like your glasses?
Same as
He's
before.
I don't want to be murdered.
Why would I murder you?
You murdered
At
2
least-
people last night.
At least looks at Garby.
I
He
did
Or
wants
not.
to see if you made a difference.
You might have murdered
No.
2 people last night.
How
You
would
wouldn't
I?
know.
You didn't deny it immediately when I asked, which
You
raises
asked
some
me if I
question.
could kill you in your sleep.
I asked you before that if you murdered the 2 people, and you were like,
He told me
No.
you were a Vemplar now or something.
What's a Vimplar?
I don't know. That's what he said.
A
I thought you
Vimplar.
were the one who named off the vampire details.
No, I
No, it
specifically
was
was.
Garbu.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Because
what's a
most
Vimplar?
of the because
It means vampire.
the
With that
Oh.
8 history I rolled, yep.
because again
They're called
it's
Vimplars.
going off on where you guys came from. There's only none of you guys would know this other location, but only the Iron Mare, these Leonins that described this extra detail were they went to 2 different places. One of them happened to be Baymont, where this story's festered. With you being a cleric and being somewhat of a childlike, you would hear these stories. And so you would understand a little bit more than the common person, but that's about it. Just more stories, nothing detailing their, abilities or weaknesses, stuff like that. So there's a lot of people on this region that, again, like how they're playing it. What's a vampire?
Okay, so while we're at it, can I have finished that hour-long
Yes.
ritual? Okay. Well, while we're all here, I'm gonna try this on you today, Ace. And I will
Okay.
cast Lesser restoration.
Wait, I will do this thing first. Ah, negative again. Unlucky.
I'll cast
Uh-huh.
lesser restoration on him in case he has any sort of disease that could be turning him into whatever this is.
Okay.
And he died. Well, time to replace him.
Does his,
Um,
do his
Wait.
eyes grow back? Because of he's like this can be blind and technically he's blind. No, he's kidding.
It does cure one condition, including blindness to him.
Was it just greater res that would get rid of the curse as well, or was it lesser res and greater res and remove curse? I
No,
cannot
no, no.
remember. So
No,
okay.
no.
Great rest remove curse.
Grace res. Okay, that's what I'm double checking.
Great restoration is basically like, hey, we have a problem. Someone is fucked up. Great restoration.
Hey, they no
Remove-
longer are.
Yeah, and then remove curses to the
Okay, I'll
little-
also try this, and I'll cast Remove Cursed on 8. So roll that Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay.
Guidance.
That doesn't work
Guidance.
on saving throws.
I know, I do it anyway.
Bless does.
I
12.
know.
And then I'll try it again on Clarence as well.
This is stupid.
Well,
This is
maybe.
this is stupid.
I
And
hope
I'll
you roll
save-
that 20 now.
18.
I can't remember
But
what I rolled the past.
Clarence,
Do
you have a tummy ache.
God damn it.
Still no recognition.
Oh.
I hold
I
out the
gotta-
little statue. Still no recognition from either of them.
No.
We need to bless them tomorrow. I'm
This
preparing
is-
that tomorrow.
Wait,
guess
what?
this-
I rolled an 18. Dang it, man.
What are we
Is
talking
there
about?
some way to give them advantage on saves?
Yeah,
Does
there
enhanced
is.
abilities do that?
Will enhance do that?
No.
No, I'm just
Or
responding.
is it
Yes,
just
there is.
checks?
Battle
No.
cry would if you're a zealot barbarian.
I am not
It's
that.
not, it's not an enhanced ability, but it's there is, but we no way we can do that.
It's checks, yeah. God dang.
It's Hero's Feast.
I
That's it.
genuinely don't think I'll ever get it. Because I would have to roll like a nat
Oh,
20.
+1. Bless might help, but okay, yeah.
I mean, I also need to roll if I roll a positive on my fucking omen thing, then I could also help you with the d6. But
Maybe we just wait until the right day to try this again, so I'm not just wasting 2 spells every day.
Have you rolled
Sounds
your
like
omen
that.
today?
yeah, I did. I rolled a 19, which is uneven.
Dang it. I was gonna say, I was like, just
On
do
odd
it.
numbers, she gets the negative modifier, and on even numbers, it's the positive. And it was an odd number today.
And
So now I have a question.
hold on, was the remove curse trying to see if they would remember?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Was it remove curse or greater restoration?
It
You
was
said
remove
both.
curse. You told us.
Oh,
Or I wrote down
I think you
both.
said greater restoration can get rid of it straight off without issues, but remove curse they have to roll.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I wrote down both.
I was thinking of something entirely. Okay, yeah, Clarence, you at least remember now.
Okay. He fucking ate her, man. He ate her. He ate her corpse.
Ah,
He ate her
see?
the whole way, man.
But you still have a tummy ache.
Oh, but I got poop or something.
And if you don't
But he
remember
ate
this
her.
at all still?
No.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I definitely remember who it is you guys
Yeah,
are talking about.
this statue.
I
Here,
can't
feel
see
it.
it when you. It feels like a statue.
Do you remember the name Zal at all?
Salad.
Zal.
I mean, that's a side. It's a salad. I mean,
Go
No,
in
it's
pure
Zal.
paranoid mode. My cloak hat's up. Do I see anybody trying to kill us from the sides?
I'll guide him with his look.
I should not be the person looking for
Nope.
this. But fine.
I just see him start going like, and I guide him
No.
as he panics.
No, I don't usually eat salad.
That's not okay. Well, at least we now have the person who thinks Lord Bell ate her back.
Yeah, no. He ate her. Like, let's be real, man. Have you seen the size of that guy?
Yeah.
Elise, do you think he ate her? I think he ate her. I think he ate her.
I think he probably
Do
got
you
rid
think
of rid of
Sephiroth
her.
knows?
No, so like she's. I think whatever it is, it probably affects the people around him as well. Because otherwise, why would they work for him?
Should we have
Like
tried to?
if you know,
She was
Or
kind of.
they're
I mean, she was
complacent.
kind of mean, but should we have like tried this on her as well? Maybe she's under some sort of effect.
Nope, she's kind of
well,
a bitch. Personal opinion. Sorry.
at least just.
I mean, at least you guys
I
didn't have
mean,
to use the stone to talk
I
to her.
mean, I
Yelled
think
at her as a
whatever
mom.
she is, at least instead of takes for a second, it's like
You think she'll be fine?
Yeah.
I remember something. I am wondering. Something was off about her. She had some supernatural strength. I'm wondering if she might know more about this kind of creatures, like the highly mythological. Like, are these real? Are these not real creatures?
You
But
think
then again,
Vampires?
I
she's a
think they.
vampire?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's what you're saying.
You think she's a highly mythological creature like a sea monster?
No, I think there's something
Something
fucking
that
wrong with
doesn't
her. Maybe
exist?
she ate the wrong breakfast. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't think we should lead with like, "Hey, we think you're a vampire. Do you know if vampires are real?" Because you definitely fucking hate your gut. She already does. It will get even worse.
Yeah, but at least she like. Did they drown in the ocean? Do we know?
No,
Because
because
like
it was
they
only.
were passing at the same time.
No. I think what happened there, and I think that's why I'm kind of happy that we never walked up to them, because they probably were like moving goods there and like securing passage for those goods, and then like if we talked to him like, "Hey, you can go protect these goods," and then we would have had to fish them up from the bottom of the ocean.
Do you think maybe their goods are what draws the
Why are you
dragon?
laughing so much? He's laughing because it's true. He's laughing because it's true. He's like, damn.
Do
That
you
would
think they're
be
what attracted the dragon?
that would
They're
be some
good?
funny shit. Oh,
I don't know what it is, but I mean, I'm quite sure that that's what. I'm quite sure that they weren't on the ship themselves. I think that was just their goods moving, and I'm glad we didn't go fucking talk because fuck that shit.
On that note, do we have any idea what could have drawn the dragon?
No,
Do you think it was us?
maybe. I don't know. Maybe it could be.
It's possible. I mean, the last two times we've seen it, we've been in the same
I,
two locations with it.
I mean, I feel like it's just complete guesswork, right? It could be just wrong place, wrong time.
Possible. I'm sure it's flying, or if it's teleporting, or if it's. Oh god, I'm not doing this again. Last time I did this, I got
Do you think
attacked
it'd
by
be a
something.
good idea to try and send him a message?
Not the
I,
dragon.
I know his name and I've seen him twice.
I hate to stop you guys. I think a cat wants out. I can't.
No.
I
Behind the
can't.
door.
I can't help. All I see is the little paws.
I didn't see it. Hold on.
That's all I saw. Like
See,
I was listening. I was in, and then all like right above his shoulder, all I see is like little paws. And at first
that
I thought
creature
like,
came
what?
back.
I was like, I was like, was it a glitch or something? But then I'm like, oh no, it's his cat. His cat wants out.
Like she always goes like she comes. I have to keep the door closed so my fiance doesn't wake up, and then she wants to get in, close on the door, let her in. After a bit, she's like, I'm tired of this shit. Close the door, wants to go out again.
Okay, sorry.
Where were we again? I remember. I think the dragon probably is like, considering that he's mind controlled. I think you might have a. Actually, probably don't talk to either the dragon or the guy that or the entity that did this, because they probably be like, oh, now you've got a target on your back and they will hunt you down and kill you.
Who?
That thing that made the dragon the thing, the crown that gave the dragon the crown on his head.
The
Wait.
like glowy green thing?
Yeah, it looked like an entity.
Yeah.
I don't know its name. How would I send it a message?
You're familiar with, you've seen it.
Did I get a
Thought
good
I
look
had
at the
to know
dragon
name.
when it was attacking?
You don't need to know the name. Why it doesn't specifically say you need to know the name. At least
But
takes out a
that's
spell
not
card
broken.
from your pocket.
Um,
Takes out your spell card from your pocket. See, it doesn't say the name.
I don't
I
have spell
mean,
cards. I
you
keep them
wouldn't.
all up here. It's a steel trap.
You would know it to be the same dragon as before.
Well, would I have seen the crown is what I'm asking.
You didn't.
Okay.
Garbu did.
Hey, Garbu. Was
Yeah.
the crown at all reminiscent of the one from the band of
people in that caravan when we rode into town?
Dink, dink, dink. Was it?
Jimmy Neutron.
You can make either a insider history.
13.
You suck ass.
You don't think so?
One of my better rolls, and it still was bad. I don't
Ye-
think so.
Okay.
A little bit of smoke comes out of one of his ear holes.
What's that burning smell?
Was the crown straight up on his head, or was it kind of cockeyed?
I don't remember. Like I mean, remember
Yeah,
it being on
I
his
didn't.
head. Like also, also the
didn't-
dragon was the spider.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at it either when I
Well,
went to go get the dragon.
I mean, like there's a time and place for blind jokes, and I don't think this was one of them.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I
No,
just
I
thought
I
the
went
crown
to.
was floating above his head. Wasn't really
I
on
was
it. It
one
was
that went.
floating.
Well, I was the one that had to go warn him and the other two dragons about the entity when I was fighting.
So
the
it's
two
your
monkeys.
fault that he's evil now,
And you're a vampire.
and he's a vampire.
you're a
We've been
vampire.
we've been traveling with the problem all along. No, just kidding.
I cast Turn Undead.
It's about time.
I cast tidal wave. No, just kidding. Drown, bitch.
That's grease.
I
Turn
call this-
Undead. I hold up
call
my
this
hammer and
patron.
it flashes in the middle of this inn as we're getting ready for breakfast or whatever.
I
Like,
cast
are
eggs
you
and bacon.
really casting Turn
Yes,
Undead?
I
Are you really
cast
casting?
Turn Undead.
Nothing happens.
I don't think he's undead.
Yeah,
No, I
At
don't
least
think
not
so that
yet.
either.
Yet.
Yeah,
We'll cast it every day for a year.
sounds
For a
good.
year?
What does it happen? Does it become like permanent effect around Garwood at that point?
Technically, maybe. If you
Uh,
cast it on
yeah,
the
this-
same object
this
every day
breakfast
for a
is-
year, would it
No,
be cold?
no.
This breakfast is great, guys. Oh, there goes the eggs. They're running
Does
away
one of
now.
the sausages like slink away because it was
Oh
undead?
my god! I mean,
All right, enough of that. All right, so
so do we want to do we want to stay for like vampire like figure out the vampire problem, or do we just want to go fuck the fuck off and come back to the entire town being vampires?
Do you want to like ask Axel if they need help or?
I think he probably still doesn't believe that there's vampires, or that it is a vampire. Like, I mean, is it a vampire? Is it an actual full vampire?
To be
Should we
fair,
go to
Ace
the
wasn't super convincing that it wasn't him yesterday.
I mean,
There was
I
some
like
long delays.
jokes aside, I don't think he did it. I mean, it isn't like A to just go like, I'm gonna go randomly kill people by biting them. Like, if anything, he has like fucking pew pew magic and
Yeah.
sword.
His jaw
How would I
doesn't
bite
really
you?
open enough to bite people.
I mean, we saw the wound marks. None of them matched like how he attacks. I think we're good.
No, but should we maybe go to the place where the what was it, lion person that could maybe tell us how to beat a vampire?
That's in Vermont. The light means. Maybe we could ask if they can come up here or send someone up here to check.
That's a good idea. We have a contact there.
Yeah.
You can also let our
We're
lord.
also
Hey, you
heading
could ask
down.
that guy. Maybe that guy knows how to kill a vampire.
You
Okay, I
mean?
can-
Hold on, I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
The Goliath guy, right?
Oh,
the lady?
the lady.
No,
That was
no, the
not-
guy that we
lady.
freed from the thingy.
He's not a Goliath. He's a what's it called?
Was he not Goliath?
Hmm.
No.
He's
He
a
was.
half orc.
No, he's like a. What's the
Orc.
clockwork thing called?
No,
No,
we're
no,
not
no, that
talking
guy,
about
that guy.
okay, first
Oh,
off,
the one at the.
Leroy
where
was
the
talking
hag
about
is.
the one. Yes, he was a Goliath.
I was correct.
Oh, okay. I'm
I was
thinking.
Yeah,
with
that
you,
guy-
Leroy. I
wasn't he-
knew who you were
wasn't-
talking about.
He was the light. He was like part of that whole shebang, right?
The Judge Bringers.
Yeah, exactly. The whole shebang.
I don't think I was here for that one because I don't remember that guy at all.
You were there.
You were here
Was I?
You there?
You talked more to him than I did.
because he even asked you guys like, "Hey, don't go into this room because this stuff
And
belongs
you
to
wanted to go
people,"
to the room so
and
bad.
you wanted to
Oh.
go in there.
Oh, I wrote down he was a dwarf for some reason.
No.
Oh my god.
I know,
The-
I'm literally looking at it like, nah, dude, that's nah. Like, there's no Goliath.
No,
my
he-
mind palace was right.
He's a Goliath.
My bad.
I was like, wait a
You
minute,
always,
that's not.
you always saw a portion of him. You're just like, oh yeah, he's definitely.
You was only looking at his shins.
That's a tiny leg. Just like,
So,
why do I looked it up too. I was like, wait a minute.
so what are you guys
I mean,
doing?
I mean, I'm asking, like, should we, like, I don't know if you can still maybe send a message to either the Goliath or I don't know. Have you ever talked to the fucking champion of the thingy?
I think I've seen him.
Okay,
But
but
I
You
that would
would
be a
have,
bit awkward to be
you
like,
would
hey,
have obviously seen him, but you would have never talked to him.
Based on prior conversations, I've seen the champion and the dragon. Never had a conversation with them. I've just seen them like passing on the street.
so should we ask the Goliath then? So we have a bit more like from like he more. I mean, at the same time, I don't think if the light main, if we say to him,
I
we
think
have a
the
vampire.
champion would be less likely to listen, but I could try to talk to the priest at the Temple of Bahamut in or the Temple of Bahamut in Bahamut. Wait, is that why it's called Bahamut? It's because it's a city that mainly focuses on Bahamut.
Focus, 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 focus. It's like
I don't know.
question and answer. Focus.
I don't know. That's where you grow up, bro. Like, if anybody knows, it's you or me.
Listen, I'm bad at history in the game.
Do I
so
know why it's called that?
What?
I've lived there with him in Baymont.
why Bahamut is called Bahamut?
Because of
Does he know why?
Yeah.
Is what he's asking. As Garbu goes on this.
are you
tangent.
trying to hint at like what it could
I
be
think he
about?
wants to make a history check to figure out what it.
No, I want
Could
you
be
to
about-
stop talking
no?
about it. And the quickest
Okay.
way is for
Well,
me to
I'm just
say
trying to
it.
I'm trying to figure out is what do you think the name is associated to?
Bahamut.
Would it help the
There's-
fact that the dragon that is also over Baymont is a silver dragon?
Thought Bahamut
Fucking
was
dumb.
platinum.
I don't think it.
Like, at least-
They believe heavily in Bahamut.
But Garbu just came to this realization during the conversation. Is what happened.
Oh my gosh.
it's like there's only one platinum dragon for a reason.
Yeah. But the temple. Well, I was saying, I know the priest of the temple to Bahamut in
Yeah, but we're not.
Baymont.
We're asking for someone who actually like would be more familiar with like hunting these creatures than some priest.
But I don't know if the actual champion would listen to me. That's what I'm saying. The priest might because they know me.
I mean,
And
if these
the
are
priest
like
could ask?
if I don't know. I mean, did the Goliath guy fall out of favor all of a sudden?
I mean, I thought he was heading back to Beaumont anyways.
Yeah, but we're asking a question. We're not asking for them to come. I mean, we're literally asking what I think we're asking is like, what are the weaknesses and strengths of a vampire? And I don't know. I think the champion would most definitely know.
Yeah.
And I think when he hits the word vampire, I think I mean the problem is that you already used some spells, so we can't do follow-ups. But you know,
So should we ask him?
I mean,
Yes. I think
it's the most. I think it's the most. Out of everyone, the chances of him knowing are like. I
You're
wouldn't say
talking about the Goliath, right? Not the champion.
no, the champion. No, like if you look at
I'm saying if
percentage
I
of people knowing
message the
this,
champion out of nowhere, he's probably not going to answer my question. He's probably going to be like, "Who is this? I only have one more third
I
level
know.
spell for today."
I mean,
So
maybe
if
then
I
we.
call him, if I message him, and then he's like, "Who is this? Why are you talking to me?" rather than answering my question, boom, it's done. No answer. But if I ask somebody I know, I might be able to get somewhat of an answer
Yeah, what if they
if
don't
they
know?
at least know who I am.
I mean, if you'd say like. I mean, I think if someone would message me like, "Hey, we have a vampire, like there's a potential vampire problem. What are their strengths and weaknesses?" I would just answer with a "Who the fuck are you?" But I would still answer. And I mean,
Okay, I
especially if
can
you're
do
one of the.
that.
I mean, we could live a little, Garbo. It's like gamble.
Okay.
Don't
If
gamble.
he
Okay.
Don't gamble. But
Maybe.
you can take a risk. Is what he means. Don't. Gambling's bad.
I mean, we could gamble
Okay.
if you want.
Okay, I can. I'll reach out, I guess.
I have a mean
Um,
poker face.
I'm
Yeah,
good on
I guess I can send a message to Kygar if we're sure we don't want to send one to Gakal.
Those are names. I've heard them.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, the Lightman would know. It's like that's the thing. He is like almost guaranteed to know, whereas the rest is guesses. So in a way, we're taking a risk, but also taking the least amount of risk, but also taking a risk.
Okay.
It's a real. I don't do math really well. I think that's more like Claire's deal, but you know,
4 plus 4 is 9.
Sounds about right.
Elise just looks at them. It's like, no, it's not.
You liar!
They're making stuff up to mess with me.
Yeah. If so, we want the champion then.
Yeah, you say like we might have a vampire problem. What are their strengths and weaknesses? Sorry for contacting you, but it's really important.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. If someone
Hey,
else is something else, that
you know what would really help to identify us as a group of good, like a force for fighting evil, is if we had a name and people could recognize us with that name.
The platinum
you still
summoners.
wouldn't recognize that name.
Yeah, I know, but like if we would have had one then and like we kept it and it was like just what we're called, like the French Toast Bandits, or I don't know, like
I don't like French toast. So
People would remember the French Toast Bandits.
wait, what's the name of the continent? Just for
For
double
this
check.
continent,
Yes,
Cinca. C with a hyphen NCA.
we could
Not
just
too much.
make Cinca great again or something, like.
Oh my god.
Elise just like takes a little back and like pukes in the corner.
I had to
Wait,
do it. I'm sorry.
The Summiters, maybe? You said Summoners, but we met at
Oh
the
no,
Golden
please.
Summit.
I
Maybe
hate
we
names.
say
It sounds so stupid.
Summiters, like we're
What?
people
No.
who climb to the summit.
Can we just send the fucking message? Fuck the name. I mean,
Okay.
might as well be fucking like fucking AIDS guide dogs at
I
this point.
cast sending when I'm told to just send the message. Hi Kygar, this is Garbu. You don't know me. Sorry for messaging. We have a vampire problem. How do we solve that? Do you know? Thank you. I didn't count my words. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was
After
yeah,
was that 20?
26.
Something like that. Yeah.
You know it connects, but the only replies you get is the sound of like kind of like heavy breathing and like little bits of like um in a weird way taunting. Sounds like he's training at this current moment.
Yeah. Nothing useful there, like I thought. Maybe we should have messaged like a priest at the temple or Gakal.
Or maybe these fucking people should know how to respond to spells. Goddammit.
To be fair, I don't think he would be expecting that.
Yeah, but if you, I don't know. I guess I'm too used to my parents and shit. But whatever.
Oh, I'm out of spells now.
Whatever. Well, whatever. It's like, do we want to stay and like fight some vampire? Or do we want to just fuck off?
I'd
Sounds fun.
like to help the people here.
Yeah. Plus, I need to. I don't know. Don't like the idea of getting bit by something and then it running away.
I'm down 3 high-level spells.
Okay, so you
Right now.
guys are choosing to stay.
Apparently.
Anything
I asked the question and
anything particular you guys doing while you were staying?
Can we go?
I'm
I'm gonna go find the rats.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
They've
up.
been all replaced with vampire rats. Now the vampire rat mouth.
I mean, if we're gonna stay, I'm gonna fucking find some fucking vampire, like some vampire rats. I'm gonna find some fucking rats. Talk to them.
Some vampire rats.
What is everybody else doing?
Hood up. I am going to try to stealth while I do it if I can. I want to look for signs around the place where we were of signs of flight since I wasn't able to do it. At the
I'll
time.
guide him.
Okay. Aeth?
Well, given that I went off on my own last night, I'm gonna go off on my own again today and
I cast
see if we
Cold
can find
Person on him.
Not near as good.
counter spell.
I cast reverse regenerate and I take off his legs.
I cast saw to the kneecap.
You can't reach my kneecap.
We'll call him. That's the reason I'm cutting at the kneecap. That's all I can reach.
I'm gonna see if we can find our old friends from our old buddy from our old buddy from the Iron and the Mayor, Lady Mayor, and Lord Iron, I guess.
Okay.
See if what they know about it.
He's the vampire.
So you guys split up, and as you guys pretty much split up and start heading out, the caravan as it goes through, and it feels just
So they
again
continue on.
they continue on.
Mm.
You guys go and investigate the area, as that would be a little bit the closest out of all three. There seems to be about like a guard at each entrance to the alleyway, and about like two inside. But you can announce who you are and go in, since you guys again have made yourselves quite known amongst this town for helping out in their endeavors. So you can go in and investigate that area, as the two guards just kind of like lean up against the wall and just kind of watching you do what you do. Now, let me ask, are you going to the first site or the second site? Which the second site being where you found the glass and stuff like that.
Last time, was I able to determine which attack had happened first?
You didn't ask, but if you assume that Aeth, happened that way as he describes in his story, it sounds like that might have happened first. So technically, site 2 and then site 1.
I would probably go to site 1 then.
Okay.
If that was the one that happened second.
Yes.
Because then you can try to retrace how the creature moved, right?
I'm attempting to, but I didn't roll great.
Okay, so you kind of come back to the scene, and it's at first you feel like it might be really hard just by ground level, because the fact of like tons of people come and go through this whole area, plus the whole area with everybody walking through at that time anyway. So ground level, just kind of helping you out, you really wouldn't be able to understand or deter anything from stuff like that.
All right, well, I'm gonna go try to find Garbu.
He was following you, I think.
Yep. Dang it, Garbu.
You look behind you.
Entire time.
Ah! Wait, no, there's
He has
no
a
way
kni-
I didn't hear him.
There's
Hold
a
on.
knife to your
Ching,
back right
ching,
now.
ching.
It was Garbu all along.
I pressed the blade in.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him. Hey, come here, little guy.
You know what, I'll try. For the sake
Come on.
of it.
Oh,
Ah!
well, disadvantage,
Yeah,
right?
but-
About as good as it gets for me.
Wouldn't
Well,
it
you
be
have to be at
disadvantage?
Probably, yeah. You're right.
Another 19.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
that's more
Ah!
like it.
Very
That's the
visible.
Garbu score, buddy. Hey, what do you want to do now, big guy?
I cast blindness deafness on Clarence.
There you go. That would help a good bit.
Yeah,
Welcome
then the
to the
assassin comes
club.
in and shanks him in the back because he can't hear and see.
Yeah.
The assassin, my time has come.
Yeah,
It
wait,
goes
no,
like,
no,
it
no.
was,
It's
Guards
the
like, call
little
the
rat
ambulance, but not for him. Shanks him back. Ah! Fooled.
I'll just cast hold person and then I get as many shots as I want.
He face plants and breaks his neck.
So,
assassin.
what are you guys doing?
Yeah,
Garbu,
what
what
do
you-
you need me?
I was gonna say, Garbu, do you want to go like talk to the Lord and Lady?
We can. I think Ace said he was going there.
Oh, what if he's a vampire and he wants to kill us?
I had a thought that occurred to me when I saw that the caravan was moving on. What if the vampire was part of the caravan and they've already left the city? Then we're just wasting time here. Should we try to look for any sign that if the vampire left here, maybe they went on towards the caravan?
That's a dumb idea.
Oh, okay.
How rude.
God.
All right. Well, while
Apparently,
you,
I don't listen to you. That's why I rolled for it.
Elise's heart breaks a little hearing that. She's not
So,
even there to listen. She's just
while
paying her chest.
while
Okay,
you guys
Darwin just looks down and decides, I won't bring this up to anyone else.
while you guys decide what to do next, Elise,
Can I
you
insight check myself to see if I think that is a viable option as to where this thing came from?
make a self-doubt check.
18.
How do you
And you doubt
self-doubt
yourself.
yourself?
I don't doubt myself.
Well, I guess that determines, like, do you think you're doubting yourself, or do you think that's a pretty smart idea?
Well, I was trying to intuit if that was a good idea or not.
I
because-
would say it like this. I would still count it as, since it was a high insight, like, you feel like that was a decent idea, that, you know, you could
Yeah.
put two together,
And
but
if I think it's a good idea, it has to be wrong because I'm pretty dumb. So I'll
So.
just keep my mouth shut.
okay.
I'll just be like, okay, yeah, it is dumb.
So Elise, you yeah, you managed to talk and get your way into the field again to talk with the rat mafia.
The rat father.
Yeah.
Now listen,
I
we
just-
set up
first thing
a
I
whole
say-
wedding for them.
At first I go like, yeah, how's your daughter doing?
Well, first off,
She's been eaten by a vampire.
I would want to make a weird funny joke, but it's like I don't know the life expectancy of rats.
It's a
It's a
year,
couple
2 years,
years.
isn't it?
I got it. I
think
got
it's
it.
like 2 to 3 years in the wild.
Okay.
They're not
They
really
live-
wild, are they?
They
okay,
live
not
anywhere
not
from
domestic.
2 to 3 years.
They're domestic wilds.
Yeah, let's say wild rats, brown rats.
It says
I
on
assume it's
average
just
about 2 to
fucking-
3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's probably had like 5 litters since we left.
Oh,
Then.
it's not a mosquito that like dies in a week.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
domestically they can live 7 years. I was gonna say I think it's like 2 or 3 for wild, but it's like 8 for domestic. I
Okay.
think, but it says 7. So
Um,
if they're like the mafia boss, he could live probably 7 years. But if it's like one of his thugs, I'd say 2 to 3.
How does Ron
Okay.
Weasley not
So
realize
yeah,
2 to 3 years
everybody's
before
doing
he goes to a rat?
fine. Everybody's doing fine.
Did you think they were like a bug that lives like a month?
No,
That's
I said
fine.
like a mosquito that lives for like a week. Anyway,
Yeah.
I just look at him and go like, so we have this problem in town of this weird creature that sucks people's blood. Have you seen anything like it? Like that stalks the night or something?
I don't know why I'm rolling. I really don't know why.
Because you're acknowledging the rats as a genuine part of this world and setting.
Yeah.
The Rat
yeah.
Mafia is a genuine canon existing faction
Criminal organization.
in this world.
Or-
And
with
we should
the
all be
wedding.
polymorphed down to rat size and just live out the rest of our lives as part of the Rat Mafia. In fact,
We
next
could have-
campaign should just be Rat Mafia.
So they say no. They do not know
No.
of such thing as nothing's been around their area.
Okay. So when okay, so it's something new. Has there been like seems that everything is new. Strange.
Don't
Well,
forget,
yesterday
you
when
got
we,
that
like,
one
I
on
just,
the
I,
back.
like for expediency's sake, I will sort of retell what happened yesterday to him, and I'll say, well, whenever something happens, just make sure to. I don't think it goes really after your kind. I think it wants the more, humanoids. But if you see anything like it that likes to suck blood, just let me know. We're gonna stay here for like a day or two, see if we can figure something out.
As he, God, as he pretty much gives like an order, like to keep an eye out, and just a bunch of rats just scurry and.
Yeah, I just leave a pile of crackers and cheese.
One of the rat assassin probably checks in while he's back in the city too.
I just leave a bunch of crackers and cheese, and I'm like, well, thank you for your time, and see you around. And I just
The, gob-
bow when I leave.
the goblin still knows too much.
As it's like
This is
as you do this, and he's like pulls out like the most tiniest ear, and he's like, "Yeah, they gave us another offering. You don't have to kill him just yet." And he's like, Garbu's like being like real itchy, but it's like the knife's just back off slowly. You feel like you hear just a slight murmur of like tiny squeaks, but you think it's your armor. But it was the mouse. It was like the rat. Like, today's the day you got lucky.
That rat has been through a lot with all those explosions.
He has. He really doesn't
Oh,
like you right now.
Yeah.
He's
He's
got
just
like a bald
hiding
spot on the side of his face.
He's been hiding in your armor, so he has like full cover.
He's
and everything.
basically fully burnt, just all scar at this point.
He's like the Two-Faced version of a rat.
So, Aeth, you go to try to talk to the Lord and Lady of Ironmare. I will say the lady is busy, but the Lord seems to be available as he kind of like in a quick passing. He's able to kind of stop and chat for a moment. Aeth, I was told you were in town. Good.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Good to see you.
No. Good to see you too. How you guys enjoyed going to Chriswood? Did you find what you were looking for?
We did. We also managed to. I show him the new arm.
Oh, very nice indeed.
Yeah.
Somebody's doing well for themselves.
I don't know about that. But we did come back, and I kind of ran into some sort of trouble last night. I'm not sure if your guards told you what happened yesterday.
Yeah, I was briefed kind of like a little bit early in the morning about it, but it seems as most of it was being handled, and I allow my captains to do what they do best. Which, by the way, I don't know if you've seen Axel, but he's now one of the captains of my guards. Doing
Yeah.
quite well, actually.
Oh, that's good to hear. No, I talked to him after, while I was being talked to by the other guards, I guess.
I figured you would have, but never know unless you bring it up. But yeah, I know some of the details, and don't while death is unfortunate, I wouldn't necessarily put too much stress on you. All right, it's a tough position to be in, especially just being attacked. You can't be everywhere at once.
That is true.
So don't put too much heart on yourself. Wait, why you have those type of teeth? Why are you looking at me? I'm just kidding.
No.
Aeth was the vampire. Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
But no,
Well,
just don't be too hard on yourself on this.
no, it's more or less. Garbu says, well, they're thinking it might be a vampire. Not sure what that is, but the way they described it sounds a bit fantastical. But
Well, they are. I've heard those stories. Well, when I was a little bit more younger, but I highly doubt something like that could exist. But then again, I could be amazed.
yeah, people can turn themselves into animals, so that could be more likely that. But no, I was just we were doing our own little personal investigation to help you guys with that. Or
Well, I appreciate it, and well, hopefully it's not this creature that you speak of, but we can Always use the help. And have you guys thought up on the offer that I made to you all?
Not fully yet, but I could probably talk to the others about it.
Okay.
See what they think.
Yeah. Well, that would be really grateful. So, I guess that a little bit up to speed on that type of situation. Um, some of the other, I already forgot what this type of creature is called. Let me see. Do I have it?
Oh gosh, they got a name.
Oh yeah, they have a name.
I
Everything
gotta
has a
look.
name.
Yeah,
Everything
Except
has a.
you.
Oh, the Umberfolks. Yeah.
the
Um.
Umber Hawk.
So
Umberfolk?
we released almost all of them back to, well, at least a little bit towards that area where that first attack happened, to see if, they go back home or something. It seemed like it took them a moment, but that creature did come back and take most of them back with them. So it seems as though some sort of connection. Um, and one of the people next to him was like, "Sir, you're meeting." Yeah, I know, I know. Look, it'll be fine. I'll make it. We'll rush. Anyways, just think about it. It looks like we could potentially go in to see, like, follow their path to maybe see what's further down there. It would be very interesting, but it hasn't caused any more troubles. Uh, the mine situation though has to change, of course, but
Yeah.
just keep us updated so we can get something set up. Because I don't, with something like that, I don't think my guards will be good enough to head down, and I don't really want to hire mercenaries or, because I don't want this thing to die. I want to investigate it more. I want to, like, understand it.
Okay. I think we could do that. I won't put words in the others' mouths though, and I'll just see what they think when we
Just
meet up.
Yeah, just bring it back by them again. Keep me updated, like I said. But and he can kind of pat her on the shoulder a little bit, and he's just keep me updated, and you guys stay safe out there. I got other meetings I have to go to. All right, lead the way, and he's like, yes, sir, this way. And he's just like, as they start to walk away, he's like, a little bit faster. We're behind now, and he's like, yes, sir. And he, like, they kind of do like a little jog off.
Have fun with your meetings. And I'm gonna start heading out.
And I'll say by the time you head out, you're like kind of coming into steps with Garbu and Clarence.
Oh, hey guys.
Hi, we were just coming to talk to the Lord because
Oh,
Clarence
he's in a
wanted
meeting
to.
now.
Oh, sick. What'd you guys talk about?
Well, I asked him what he knew about about what happened yesterday. He said he knew about as much as what we knew from yesterday, and also he did say that that position's still open for the investigating the mines.
You mean like where we almost died?
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, Elise
Garbu?
was really off her game that day, wasn't she?
Yeah. I don't think I heard the word starry form one time.
Yeah. That's really weird because normally she activates it like right away.
Yeah, man.
Right away.
Right away.
I don't know what to
Fucking
tell you.
DM.
Something must have happened. It wasn't mine.
DM is like, Druid doesn't do it things, right? Wait.
Maybe
I think she
maybe she
turned
made
into a bear,
Yeah, twice.
she
right?
did.
Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe she made a bet.
I
Maybe
follow what you guys have said. It was a group effort.
it was.
So what you're telling is that you guys suck at not knowing my character?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You could have literally had like, you could have literally used my character as like a super healer. You guys were like, nah, fuck that shit.
To be fair, we were struggling just to stay up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
We
exactly.
were
You could
we
have
were
had a,
moving around a
There
lot.
were multiple rounds where more than one person was down, and one round, uh, we only didn't die because we planned for healing me, and then me healing Eighth, and then Eighth healing, Clarence, I think.
The triangle heal.
Everyone but Elise was down.
Yeah, but
Do
the
you know
thing
how
is,
many
like, I can
attack
heal,
rolls I
I
made
can heal
the whole
so
fight?
much in one round that you would have stayed alive for one round of attacks. Like, I literally healed obscene
No,
amounts.
this thing was dealing more than our entire hit points in one
Yes,
attack.
in one attack.
Oh, then you suck.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do I?
I
Yeah,
got
we
one
did.
round with a
Just don't get-
non-death saving throw roll. One
Just
round.
don't get hit. Just don't get hit, lol. Anyway.
As the person with the highest AC,
He got
it was
hit.
hard.
It
Yeah.
hurt.
I think I actually got hit by something that was a dex save though, so
You
technically
did.
Yeah, well, just
But
don't.
yeah,
technically a little different.
he did say he wasn't trying to kill it. He was more trying to understand it. He did release some of the other Umberhawks to see where they would go.
Well, that was nice of him, right? To release them.
Yeah.
I did think that was really weird that they were like enslaving is the wrong word, I guess, because they're not like, are they people? They
Sentient.
aren't people.
They're more animals, but they're
But like,
fairly sentient.
yeah, it just seemed weird to be forcing them to be doing the digging, I guess. I thought
What are you, some kind of hippie?
that's a hippie.
What's a
Yeah,
hippie?
true. What are you, some kind of like flower picking druid?
No, that's Elise.
No, he doesn't pick flowers. He's stars and moon. I know this. He's like a cool gamer
Have I
druid.
ever seen Elise
You.
pick a flower?
First off,
The 50 something days we've been together.
first off,
What?
she,
She.
and then second off, no.
No, you've never seen
Yeah,
her pick
you're
a
right,
flower.
you're right.
Yeah.
She doesn't really pick flowers. I bet if she could pick a star, she would.
I
You
think
think
we
she
would
can
all
pick
do that if we
stars?
could.
Why would I take a star out? Like, it's just. I need
you know what
those. They're
stars
like
are?
light. They're light.
Do, yeah, but like, do you know what? Never mind. We're not. You know what?
They're,
Yeah.
they're,
Anyway,
they're light on a dome that's over top of the flat world.
I
The
like you
dome
a
is
lot.
supported by the ice
Mm.
ring around the edge.
Anyways,
Joseph,
wow.
can Orisa cast Disintegrate on Garbu right now?
she's
Mm.
getting there.
I've
This-
gotta join
No, no, you don't.
other characters in conspiracy theories,
roll
right?
deck save. Oh wait, you roll it too because Orisa, you die.
I will
Oh my
smite
God.
the entire city. No.
Ooh.
Anyways, what are you guys doing now?
Meteor swarm.
Probably go find Elise and tell her, ask her if you guys. Well, did you guys want to do the investigation of the mine?
I'll
or
say
should-
eventually you all regroup since it didn't sound like
Yeah, the mine would be fine since we don't have any sort of lead or ideas for
Oh,
this
are we ditching
vampire
our
thing.
are we ditching our plan to go south?
I mean, we can still go south after we look in the mine. I mean, at this point, it's probably still before noon. All we've done is gone back to the crime scene, walked to the palace, and walked to Elise. And Elise has just walked to the Rat Mafia and walked back, and Eighth walked to the palace, and yeah.
I will just let you know it is not a 1 day trip. That's all I gotta
Yeah, that's
say.
what I said.
Down into the mine.
That's not a one-day
It's
trip.
it's not when they say and when he describes it, it's more of
Oh,
the Umber Hulk that attacked you guys, that mutated one, right? It burrowed up, rescued the two that you guys had at that time, and burrowed back. Right? He said he released a couple of more in that same area, and while it took it a little bit, he didn't go into details of how long. The same creature came back, took them, and left. So the
So-
idea is, and this is a little bit of that was kind of explained to you guys the first time, and it's more of releasing and then trying to follow to see like is there more to this underground or is it just like a nest? And while the first lord wanted you guys to capture it and bring it back so he could use it, Imam wants to get a better understanding. So if it's a nest, we need to try to move our shit over because he doesn't want to have that, being a pain anymore. But it's more of like research, if you will, and just trying to see what could there be more resources further wherever this creature went from or came to. Bless you, which you can't hear me, but bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
So it's not just going into the mines, but following in depth. So it's more than a 1 day thing, and I'm just being generous.
I mean, we didn't
Well,
really set any time limits on when to get down there, right? At most, I told uh my parents it'd be like a couple days. I didn't tell them an exact day we'd be down there.
and it would help. It would help Amon understand what's going on. That. I don't
Well,
know if
then,
it would.
if we want to do that, we should go tomorrow because if we want to go to a mine where there's a creature that can literally murder us in 2 seconds, I mean, we want to go there fully stocked and prepared.
We could go scout out just like the start of the mine and just be ready to flee if things go bad.
Mm. I mean, we might as well just stay the night in the town, see if the vampire bullshit is still going about.
Yeah.
I could. I'll probably. I could probably go tell Amon to yes then.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, we might as well get the shit out of the way, right?
So you guys wait a good bit. You pretty much left a message for him as he's busy throughout the day. Um, and then are you guys doing anything at nighttime or at nightfall?
Sometime during the day, can we go to the general supply store?
Sure.
Do they have any rations for sale?
We don't need rations.
I just figured we'd stock up on some.
Depends on how
I
much
mean,
you're
we
wanting to
have-
buy.
Hold on, let me double check. I've been keeping track. We have 20. Would you
should be
like
good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you like some more?
Do you have any like caving supplies? Do any of us have that?
They might have that over by the mine.
I can make any set of tools we need.
I didn't know if if they had like spelunking tools or anything. But you're right, they might have it at the mine. Got anything else that you would advise for people who are going down into a cave system for a few days?
Torches.
Are you asking the general store guy?
Yeah. I mean, he is a general store guy for a mining town. I assume if anyone would know what supplies you need for like a cave or a mine, it would be the guy who is in charge of selling stuff in a mining town.
What is the
Mm.
corporate mine, right? So
It's
it's like owned by
it's
one thing. It's not
yeah, it's owned by one thing, so he wouldn't be doing those type of supplies.
But this isn't a corporate store.
No.
Okay.
This is just somebody who sells like general goods. And like whatever merchant that happens to come through from any of the three directions to Crisport or vice versa, and if they're willing to, you know, trade some stuff. So this is very general.
We've got 4 sets of 50-foot rope. Do you think we need any more?
I'd have no idea.
No, I'm asking the group instead.
Okay, good, thank you.
No?
Probably not. I don't think they would.
I mean, I can levitate.
Okay. Can I buy 20 more rations?
I just thought of a horrible thing. You go to cast
We're
levitate.
never going to eat all
Counterspell!
this food.
Nope.
You want 20 more rations.
10? I don't know. What's reasonable?
We'll just go with 10 just to appease him. We'll just buy 10 and then be on
This
our
is
way.
a lot, right?
This is
Yes.
not yeah.
I've got money to spend and nothing to
Nope.
spend it on.
Yeah, that's not how saving money works.
That's not good.
I have plenty saved now.
No, you got to put some in annuities. You open a Roth IRA.
I'm carrying 15 platinum on my person at all times.
How many do you
Do
want
not
to
say
try
that
to
out
buy?
loud.
10 more. We'll make it up to around 30.
50 silver pieces.
I will give
Okay.
the
or
man.
5 gold.
I
I'll
will
give
give it.
him 40 silver and 1 gold.
I'm
Oh my
gonna
god.
beat you both up. I
And
will add it.
I'll tip him 5 copper as well.
You're
Okay.
the worst. You're
He
absolutely the worst.
appreciates
You know what?
your
I'll tip him
service.
6 copper.
You're very generous.
Okay. Well, should
Should we
we?
leave out as bait for the vampire?
Yeah. Then the vampire nation came.
I mean, we
So
could just like, I mean, put some blood on it, like, put like,
Should we like stake out with like somebody as a decoy? Who
yeah,
looks the
exactly.
most appetizing out of us?
8. 8 is really appetizing.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I would agree with that.
I
That's,
mean, food.
yeah, but
Oh.
wouldn't he be chewy and stringy?
I mean, I don't know.
Can I
You look-
sniff each of us and see which one smells the most flavorful?
Lizards can't smell.
I smell with my tongue.
Yeah, you taste the air. That's way
Yeah.
different.
okay.
Okay. Can I taste
Ah,
the air around each of them
I
and
feel the
myself?
tongue.
Well, for you and Clarence, I mean, you guys are not like the stankiest, but like, I don't know
Yeah.
how often you guys
I
choose.
just mostly smell like iron,
I,
probably.
I just
We
don't know
rolled for
how.
tastiest.
I don't know how often you choose to like, uh, hygiene yourself, if that makes sense.
I bathe more
I
than
mean,
you do.
he smells like coconut oil.
I
Um,
probably just smell like metal
Oh no, I am covered in coconut oil.
from a few days ago.
yeah, that's
So
true.
it's the less tasty,
Uh,
the least tasty for sure.
He is oily.
it's a slight toss up. At least smells like slightly like flowery, dusty, if you will. So eighth
Okay.
smells. You could probably say like a little bit like fish, I guess.
Keep
Eight
his
smells
legs
the
closed.
most tasty.
Keep his legs closed, 8.
Uh,
Eight smells the tastiest.
Sorry if I put you in that situation.
it's alright. Listen, it's just that new cologne I got.
What?
Ocean.
Have you been eating a lot of fish tacos or something?
Oh, he's been drowned a few times, right?
I've been drowned a few times, and the new patron.
Once in blood.
Like,
I mean, oh yeah, true. So like,
So
you know what? But let's.
he's been thoroughly washed and marinated.
You want to try to look as like helpless and eatable as possible?
Yeah, and then take off the arm as well to make it even worse.
Yeah.
armor or the arm?
Arm, not the armor. I mean, the thing is, like, here, right? That's like, if we leave him out as bait, we just keep it like
don't.
posted around him. The moment that thing comes in, we just fuck the living fuck out of it and see what happens.
Yeah.
I know. We also need to make him a little bit bloody so that it gets like attracted to the blood. Maybe, I don't know if it likes to suck things.
You want to like slit your palm a little bit to get some blood?
At least looks
You
away
just
from
had
it.
me. You
Yeah,
just had.
he just removed his arm, so he has one hand. He's just like,
You guys want to do it?
Yeah, I'll stab you. I'll take my dagger out and I'll stab him in the hand.
Place my
roll,
palm, not
just roll a
stab me.
d4.
One
Only one.
Well, what's your dexterity modifier?
plus 2.
3 points.
3 damage. Okay.
maybe
That's
I
not
should
bad.
cut you.
-1. It would have done no damage.
Doesn't even cut him. Somehow manages to like fully stab him without the knife ever cutting him.
Is it in yet?
That's what I
Alright.
said last time.
I don't know where this conversation's starting to go, guys, but
Well, we
Alright,
leave him out
so-
as bait during the night. We leave him out as bait during the night time. So there we go. Boom.
okay.
Skip time to the night because like fuck the day.
I would
Days-
like
Sometime
everybody
during
to
the
make
day, sometime during the day, could I have made the shell of the like lantern thing for my parents,
Sure.
using that orb as the center, and maybe Clarence's advice on how to make this shutter design that he had talked about?
I would help him if he was trying to craft something like.
Sure.
Okay.
Ugh. Everybody make perception checks.
Dang it!
Eighth,
Kinda
your
survival.
survival.
My hood's still up.
Oh my fucking god, what are these fucking ass rolls on my end? Jesus fucking Christ.
Perception.
15. 15. is cool.
3.
There we go.
I see things.
Yeah. I'm rolling like fucking
Ah.
I-
donkey.
I was gonna say can I guide myself, but I forgot to say it before I hit roll.
Fuck that,
minus,
it's some low
minus
ass record roll.
Clarence's roll.
I know it, like Clarence won't see the vampire even he will see the fucking guy chasing him.
Yeah, that's probably better than that hot minotaur.
So, you guys are all staked out, trying to bait Aeth, in hopes that this, what you believe vampire, to come out and, well, finish off what it started.
Yeah.
Garby's got the metal arm right now.
How late do you guys stay by chance? When do you call it quits?
Like what's it, 2 or 3 hours, something like that? I don't know. Into like
I'd say a few hours.
Okay. As you guys continue sitting in your alcoves or your vantage points that you have, some of you getting to the point of just drowsiness as nothing's happening.
I look over at Clarence and just ask, "Do you think I was right earlier?"
What are you doing?
I hope it's low.
Ah, I don't know, man. I was gonna say that like if I don't know, with that in the middle. So I don't know, man. I'm not a what'd you call it? A vamper expert. So like I'm not real familiar with that kind of stuff.
vampire.
A vamper.
I look over
Go
to
from,
Elise as we're all sitting here doing our stakeout with Ace standing out in the middle of the open, like, "I am a tasty snack."
How about
And I look over at Elise and be
I
like,
am a tasty snack.
Like even he's like, I've been a tasty snack. Like he's dozing off.
how about this?
"Elise,
Bring it up
do
to
you
the
think-
group. Yeah, yeah.
do you
I am.
think,
This is right here. I'm right here. What are you talking about?
yeah, do you think that maybe this vampire was part of that caravan?"
I mean, it's like a way to bully towns into accepting their service to hunt down creatures.
No, I just think maybe somebody in that caravan was a vampire, and since they travel between towns, they just snack while they're traveling
I'm a
or
snack.
something.
Oh, it could be.
A pretty
mean, doesn't
tasty
seem-
one.
I mean, the rat said that it wasn't like they've never heard of anything like this. So if the rats haven't heard of it, and the only new thing into this town as of yesterday was that caravan, I mean, could be an around possibility.
I could try tomorrow asking to be sure, prepare a different spell, and
Sure, should we go call it? Should we go call it a night?
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's
You
like
think
falling
Ace-
asleep there.
You think he's had enough?
Yeah,
Of
probably
this?
does.
You ready?
What? I'm a sexy snack.
No. No, you're not. Do you want to go home? We're back to the end of the song.
We're done here. It's boring.
He spelled snack with
Uh.
2 C's when he said it. I heard him.
Yep.
Must have been a pretty thick snack.
God.
So you
The only
guys.
person who really likes to snack is Clarence.
So you guys head back to the inn and take another long rest.
Yes. I will rearrange
Any
some of my spells.
if you guys, this will be up to you. If you used your rations, use one, or if you bought food, that would be like 5 copper.
I
1,000
need some
food.
change for my gold.
I need to change my goals.
I'll give him 1 gold in exchange for 9 silver and 5 copper.
Sure,
How much is food?
5 copper.
Oh gosh.
And then I'll just
But
look down like, I just got rid of that copper and silver.
So,
No, I
as we are now on the 28th, what are you guys doing?
Give me a second to rearrange my spells for the day.
Mayo. There we go. Peyton. You play not Peyton.
Peyton understands and actually found out who stole the shield.
That one surprised me.
the dog always knows.
Dog always does know.
My dog doesn't know anything.
Come on, bud. Oh, you don't. Bud. Belly scratches. That's what you want.
So, are you guys
know what it
choosing to
is.
stay to do the mines or?
Yeah. I think yours juice.
I'm down with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're not. Oh.
I'm
Peyton.
just rearranging spells still.
Okay.
Don't beat your
You
head, bud.
guys
You keep hitting
meet up with Lord of Mom, and he tells you that it's going to take just a few days to get everybody and the supplies ready to go, about 2-ish days, and then we can begin our journey. And
Yeah,
so what he does
hey.
what he does today is to pretty much take you guys back to that same area and kind of show you around. And you can see there looks like another, if not somewhere around the same area where the creature came from, a decent sized hole of just unearthed dirt in its place. And then in another spot looks like the same thing. And he's explains that so far it appears that this creature comes from this point and then leaves at that point. And they, as a guess, maybe, the two trails or whatever come into contact. He says that he has 2 more Umbra Hulks left that he wants to set free and was waiting. And he's been, and he kind of shows like they're not in cages anymore, and they're definitely treated a lot better, but they're still kind of under like watch, if you will, so that they don't just leave, because he wants to use them to have that creature come back to take them, and then you guys, along with a party of guards, if you will, to not immediately follow after, but to give it a little bit of time and then follow. And he says again, we're not trying to capture or kill. We just want to see if there's any other resources, or if this is like a nest, or does this lead to like some whole city or something. Like, he doesn't know, and that's the whole point of this expedition. Yes.
Is there a precedent for underground cities? That's
As
my word of the day for today,
I
so
knew
I
it
just
was
wanted
coming.
to use it.
no, as he's like questioning.
Well, I didn't
Inside
know since you said that was like an option.
I
I just
don't.
didn't know if there were like other underground cities in the area.
Hold on. Can I insight check when he said no?
Yeah.
This is not good. 5.
Look, I've rolled a lot of 19s today. That's just not one of them.
I don't know what could be down there, and that's pretty much what the gist is. I know my father wanted it captured, and probably whatever along with it captured or dead. We don't want to disturb anything. We just really want to know if we need to move or if this area is fine to continue mining just without the umber hulks. Plus, that creature sounds interesting enough to do some sort of research on it. Never seen it before until you guys showed up. You know, why is it that when you guys show up, there's stuff tends to happen in this town?
To be
We just
fair,
never,
the
we just
you and Axel thing was kind of already happening in town before we showed up. We just kind of helped resolve it.
But when you guys showed up and went to the mines, you guys got attacked by this creature that never once before showed itself
That
until
was
then.
the fault of your Umber Hulks, we think, because they were making different sounds and stuff.
Mm.
We think they might have drawn its attention.
Then you release a vampire and went to my town.
Actually, I think it may have been. Actually, that's a very good note. Do you mind if I cast a spell real quick?
Dispel? For what?
It doesn't do anything to you. It's just here. I can show you. I'll take out some bits of metal, and I will kind of like shake them for a moment, and then just kind of toss them on the ground, and I will cast augury, and I will be asking, I'll kind of be specifically going in the way of if the vampire is part of this caravan, I guess. If the vampire is related to the caravan. It's wheel, woe, wheel and woe, or nothing, I think.
Let
It doesn't
me.
take into account changes that could happen.
Fuck my life, uneven again.
You're just having a good time with those odd numbers.
Mm.
You're getting a lot of evens for a while, so it was bound to
Yeah.
swing the other
To
way
be
a little
fair,
bit.
it's just the way luck is hitting you around.
Ah, Python! Oh no, he's on his back. He can't get up.
Okay, and
He's
so what
dead.
was your question?
The if that vampire was if the vampire is part of the caravan or with the caravan, I guess.
Come here.
You get a good and bad result.
Mixed.
Oh.
Oh.
So I think
If
there's
it's
some
if it makes
relation.
it could be that they
Ah.
like they sort of keep it as a useful tool. So it's like
Yeah.
part of it, but not really
It might
part of
not
it.
be with them, but it might be just like either
Something.
maybe it's following them or they're using it, like you said. But it
Mm.
kind of seems, I guess it feels like it's kind of a bit of both. You can tell because this metal
Ah.
piece landed on top of the other metal piece.
Ah. Suplex.
And then I'll gather all my
Anyway.
pieces back up.
Anyway, I don't know why things happen when we're around. It seems like sort of the world is in a state of stasis until the things until we come around. No, anyway, I'm just
Almost
messing
like it has a render distance or something.
Yeah, it's almost like we're the main characters of some weird story.
Oh jeez.
I
Here we
don't
go
like the
again.
tone
I
of your
didn't
voice.
I mean, he's
Fourth
so
wall is
vain. I bet he thinks this song is about him.
Yes,
I mean, Clarence is like the charm of the group, that's for sure.
I am very, very, very cute and adorable.
Well,
Sometimes.
The blacksmith's not here. You don't have to say
that
it loud all the time.
that was pretty much the plan. If you guys are still up for it, then that's great. If not, I need to know now.
Sure.
What's up for it?
Now,
Okay.
so we're not killing it, just to be clear.
Yes, I don't want to fight this
What if it
thing.
comes
I
down
don't
to
think
it
we
or us?
can.
I want you to defend yourself, but if there is a way to if this creature attacks, maybe it could be attacking because of territory reasons or because protecting its babies or something. I don't know. Defend yourself, but if you can still get away, I would prefer you to get away. I don't want the thing to die because it's not coming up here destroying everything. It clearly just wants to take its kind back home. And I just want to make sure, in case if something ever happens to me or anything, that nobody comes back and takes advantage of this. So I would want to make sure if they are close, like again, if there is a nest, or if it goes on, for ages, and what could be there.
Where did your father get the Umberhawks from?
That I have no idea. Those were here before I was even born.
Do any of your guards know who some of the more senior ones maybe?
I'd highly doubt.
They probably were just taken from there at some point.
Do you have like a Rancor Keeper type character who maybe is the keeper for the Umber Hulks who might know?
Oh,
No.
I think it's not really relevant to know where they came from. I think it's more relevant to deal with this thing. I mean, you can ask if you want to, but I don't think it's really relevant.
I mean, we never had anybody that resides over them. My father resided in torture. So any guards that felt bored were able and allowed to come here and torture them while they were in their cages.
That's not nice.
So they never had a trainer. They were told and well, not told, but they were trained and abused of specific words, which you guys remember them, that punishes them if they did it wrong or do something they are not supposed to. So we never had a keeper. Right now, the only two that's remaining were keeping them not in their cages, but supervised and feeding them quite well and trying not to make them feel worrisome, which they still kind of show that same pattern, if you will, but because we released the other ones, but they may not have really understood or know that. I don't know.
They might just think that you killed the other one.
That could be possible as well. But it
I'd
won't be
pretty
until
worried
we
if all my friends randomly disappeared and I was the only two left.
exactly. So I would like to get them released, and if you guys are wanting to jump on this, then now is a good time. But if not, I might have to try either doing this with a couple of my guards, but very more defensively, or just release them all together.
Are they by definition animals?
Depends.
I think they're beasts.
But by
No, they're
definition,
monstrosities.
they are.
That's what I was wondering.
Stop looking at the camera.
They're not beast-ish. I would almost put them a little bit closer to insects, but technically they're labeled as monstrosities.
So the spell speak with animals would not work to talk to them. Okay, that's all I was wondering.
Would tongues work better with that or no?
They could, in theory, speak some
Do you have
language.
tongues?
I don't have
Tongues?
it today.
Oh, oh.
I prepared instead augury to check if the vampire was part of the caravan.
And he is.
It seems
she-
like it is loosely correlated.
So yeah, it's there. Yeah, yeah.
It's mixed whether or not it's with them, but I think it is at least connected.
I mean, you could prepare, like, considering that we're gonna want to talk to this thing. I think if it helps, if you could. I mean, I'm quite sure they speak some form of language.
Who should we have
Do you,
talk
do you
through
think
it?
they'd speak Draconic Goblin or Common?
No, I think you probably like that tongue spell they was talking about. I think you should probably have that when we go into the mine, so that if we ever come across it, we parlay instead of fight it.
And
Why
we're
did we
going
make
down
our
tomorrow.
Why did we make our characters speak the same languages again? This just seems redundant
Uh,
and dumb. I don't know
I
why I
picked
did that.
Draconic and Common as
But I
part of my race,
mean,
and then I got a third language. And you were
Yeah.
like, I'm playing a Goblin, so I was like, oh, I'd probably learn Goblin since.
that's being realistic.
Yeah. Then you were like,
Realistic
yeah,
in the fandom, people.
since you know Draconic, I'd probably learn Draconic, and I was like,
It's
I
like
was
sure.
like, yeah.
I mean,
it's kind of
I'm
like, yeah, I
pretty-
know Abyssal, but I do nothing or socialize with any sort of demonic entities.
Abyssal.
But I know their language.
yeah.
It's like Vincent
Ah.
knew like 6 languages way back in the day. I used, I think, 2 in the entire campaign. So yeah, it's
But
you can have ample languages, but are they applicable?
so, are you guys waiting for the 2 days? I just want to confirm to make sure.
I guess we are. So
I
it'll
am
be
okay with that.
it'll be
Yeah,
the
we're good.
30th.
Okay.
I
So,
will at some point in those 2 days, I will message my parents and just let them know that we'll be a few days later than initially expected. I will message Lakauth, who's the priest at the temple, and ask just for any more info she might know about vampires. And then I'll also message when that caravan left, did they head north?
no.
No?
Because you guys were coming from Crisport to Ironmare, and they were outside as you guys entered into Ironmare. So they traveled through. They went south.
Okay, so they were continuing on south. I will message Bolt and Zetham, and I'll also message the priestess and Baymont as well, and just tell her like, hey, there's a caravan that might have a vampire or something like that associated with them, heading south from Ironmare, and we don't know where from there.
Don't tell Bolt I got attacked by a vampire. I don't want to hear it from
I didn't. Or I
Okay.
guess I'll probably be like, and it told me not to tell you something, so I guess I won't tell you.
All right. Your
Will be a
parents
part of that something.
sad that it seems like you're delayed, but happy that you're doing fine. The priest said he'll look into that. But is unsure of anything as again, these are just stories. There's no clue or evidence for them to ever exist on this region. And they will make note to the guards about it. Bolt pretty much says the same thing and is just like, how is this boy still alive?
Ah.
Like, how many limbs and bite marks? Like, you
All
know
of
what?
them.
I don't want to know his kinks. And then just like hangs up.
And then I'll also send one at some point in the night, or at some point, probably not at the night, during the day, but when Elise isn't around, to the purple dragon and just kind of be like, "Are you interested in my elven friend?"
Make a persuasion check.
I'm great at those.
Come on. Come on.
6.
Ah.
Come on, man.
Just
Can
get
I help him?
a
Laugh, probably. Just a laugh. Just like this stupid kobold.
You should have done it like an elementary school love note.
I
Hey,
Click, check yes or check no.
it's pretty much like, sorry, I feel like I kind of forgot who you are and who you're referencing, but I'm just into a lot of things, not looking to be tied down.
Okay.
what about
So a
tied
fling.
up?
Might be open to a fling. I'll let Elise know, I guess, at some point.
All right. Well, and we'll call it there. We'll pick up on the 30th. As you guys are prepared, so do, change whatever spells you need or whatever. As you guys will be with a couple of guards, a part of you, as you guys will pretty much release the remaining 2 Umbral Hulks, wait for the thing to come out, get them leave, and then follow. So, we'll check that list next time. Thank you, everybody, for following, watching, listening, whatever jives your vibes and tickles your fancy. Yeah, I saw that. You can't hide. Other than that, thank you, everybody, for coming out. Hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful night. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.